Yo, what is going down, y'all? Welcome in the Most Underrated podcast, broadcasting from Most Underrated Studios. You already know your man Thomas the Franchise. The homie Dow Pal Antonio chilling across from me. JJ Stringsteen here at the end of the table this week. I don't know why I went high voice on that. Stringsteen over here this week.
We're pumped on Stringer, I guess.
Yeah.
What is up?
You know this song, Stringsteen?
I do not.
Shocking. Blown away. What's new?
On the way out.
It's okay, because some dude in the comments apparently wants you guys to make me like a playlist of 90s
Oh, really?
music, so
Nice.
I could actually understand what the hell is going on 80% of the time of this show.
Here's what I would say. It's better to be it's better to be having lack of culture than a culture vulture.
Culture vulture.
So I
okay.
can appreciate you, Stringer. So the fact that you don't know means at least you're not a culture vulture and ruining the culture. You're just not educated. That's okay.
Yeah.
We can work with that.
Okay.
That doesn't sound good. You're just not educated, so
You're just not educated.
You're actually...
Your lack of experience makes you not educated, and let's move on.
Wow.
Well, let's tell them who this is, though.
Yes.
This is the king.
This is the king. You can either say Genesis, you can say Phil Collins,
Yeah.
whatever you want. Either one. Phil Collins was the head of a band called Genesis. Before he went on his own as Phil Collins.
Okay.
But
For sure.
You know, In the Air Tonight. You know that one, right?
No. Who the F do you think I am? Like,
I can feel it coming in the air tonight. You don't know that one? Hold on.
oh, I guess I do recognize him. Yeah, I recognize the lyrics a little bit.
Unbelievable.
All right.
That was,
What?
Thanks for making us pause and ruin the show for
Forget it,
Dude,
Strings.
last
Just
5
forget it.
minutes.
Just forget
I
it.
only listen to new music. I'm sorry.
Welcome into the show, everybody. It's the Most Underrated Podcast. Thank you guys for joining us for another episode. As always, if you're new here, welcome into you too. We never say hi to the new people, so thank you guys for joining us as well. Weekends, man. Did you guys have a good weekend? Actually, before we screw your weekends for a second, before we talk about the weekends, Patreon was cracking this weekend, dude. I
Yeah.
was chilling there. I kept getting alerts, boop, boop, so-and-so, and it was cool just seeing all the names and being able to match them up with the people in the comments and the
Yeah.
people that we know listen to the show, that hit us up on Twitter, that hit us up on Instagram. It was just cool to see, like, everybody joining slowly, coming
Right.
together. You know what I mean? Coming in, making it official. Because if you listen to the show, it's cool. Like, you listen to the show. I appreciate you listening to the show. If you join the Patreon, I know you're
enjoy
about
it.
that life.
Yeah.
I know you're serious.
There's no question.
I know that you love this show. I know that this show is adding value to your life. I know that we're bringing something to you. If you that's where you become. I don't want to say it's like joining a gang, but that's where you become a real
Real
deal
homie,
member. Yeah, by joining the Patreon.
Yeah.
So shout out to everybody that has done that so far, man. We're super excited about it.
Plus, you get to listen to this cast early, so like,
Yeah.
Exactly.
how can you go wrong?
Yeah, you'll have it in a couple hours here.
I
exactly.
know we had it a little bit late on the other one.
We did.
We were kind of still getting our bearings and stuff, but today
Oh.
we got it ready to go. We're gonna
Iced
it's
out.
gonna be right after the end of the cast. Boom! It's gonna
Yeah.
be on the upload tip once it's published.
Yep.
Ready to go. That will hit you guys with the links in the Patreon. So make sure you sign up for that. Make sure you sign up for the Stringsteens.
Same day
audio.
audio.
That's what
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah,
I forgot
Stringers.
the name.
Whoa. Same day audio. Yeah.
Thank you for signing up for that. A lot of people signed up for $10 for TTF's featured footage.
Yeah.
This is an incredible tier because I have no idea what's going on with this tier. Here's what I'm going to say. This tier is because I'm already creating content for Instagram. I'm already creating content for YouTube. So I'm wondering what do you guys want to see, man? I'm maybe thinking about bringing back some like old school vlogs and stuff. And wow, Rocket Man just started playing. That's fine.
That'll work.
We can deal with it.
Cool.
I've taken the so I'm shooting all this content and stuff already, but what I've thought about maybe doing is some vlogs for you guys, some old school vlogs. They may not end with something to do with sneakers. They may not really have anything to do with sneakers. It may be stuff as we're building the business. It may be like, okay, we're going to visit this shop and dealing with these printers today. We're going to go deal with these clothing people. We're going to go over here and it just may be some vlog type behind the scenes, day-to-day type shit.
Yeah.
Just to give you guys a little bit of behind the scenes. And I assume the people that are signed up for TTF's featured footage want to see that kind of content.
Sure.
If you don't, let me know. And that's kind of what I'm here. That's what I'm telling you right now. I'm asking you guys, is there anything specific that you guys want to see for that Patreon tier? Everyone that's subscribed to that, just let me know in the comments, reach out to me on Instagram, wherever. I'm easy to get a hold of, man. Let me know and I'll try to do that for you.
Yeah.
You guys are paying for it, and I want to make sure I'm giving you what you're paying for, whether that is maybe I just give you the YouTube videos I drop. Maybe I give them to you guys 2 or 3 days early. You know, I just make them private, and I send you guys the link in Patreon. Everyone that's subscribed there, you guys get them earlier than anyone else. Maybe I'll do some stuff like that. Maybe I'll do some vlog stuff. Maybe I'll film some, I'll just have a camera in here in the studio running as we're preparing and talking shit, and you guys can see kind of the behind the scenes of that.
Yep.
There's a few different ideas we have for it.
Yeah, the other thing, you know, just to get back into it, merch is coming. We are working with our guy Trohai Studio, so shout out to him. He is already working on
Trev,
dude. This guy's the man. So we appreciate you. He's already working on 3 to 4 designs. He's already got a few done. So now it's really just kind of getting the clothing, making sure we got the materials right that we would want to wear, much less you guys. You know, we want to rep our brand correctly and do the right things for it. But you guys are obviously going to be like a friends and family, so you guys have the special access. You guys will have the first opportunities to go for that merch and get the kind of the first come first serve kind of thing. You guys will have the red carpet for that. So there's going to be a lot of cool incentives that we'll offer you on that. And as Patreon goes, you know, we'll kind of evolve and change tiers, take some away, and make this make sense. But at the moment, this is the tier to be on. If you want special access, if you want kind of behind the scenes footage, if you want to watch us jump Stringsteen before every cast and light his ass up, you know, and just ingrain culture into him, TTF's feature footage is what you need.
Right.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
So, but hey, we appreciate it, man. It is so cool to see these notifications come through when a new subscriber, and again, matching those names to the people when we've read the comments off. Another question I would say is, do you guys also want us, you know, we have a nice forum, and I think we're going to change it to Discord chat here soon. But everybody that is subscribed to Patreon has the access to ask any question they want and kind of have. We've been doing a good job kind of keeping up.
Or even a Facebook group.
Yeah, absolutely. We've done a good job here, you know, with the people that have, you know, taking care of comments, things like that. If there's anything you guys want to talk about in there, and then again, we will evolve when these comments get a little bit bigger and better, and we have more involvement. You know, we'll probably change to a Discord or maybe a Facebook group, or maybe we'll even do live Skype calls with a few of you or whatever. But there's some options down the road. But let us know if there's certain things you want to talk about, if there's certain things that you want us to share from those comments on the actual cast. We can do that as well.
Yeah,
so
for sure. I'm excited about it, man. I'm excited to have a category that you guys can kind of let us know what you want.
Yeah,
we're down to do whatever for it. So thank you guys again. Thank you to everybody that has subscribed to the Patreon, man. We really appreciate you. Good show for you guys today, man. A lot of different convo. We're going to hit up my man. We're going to talk about Wimbledon, obviously, over the weekend. Huge match yesterday. Mm-hmm. We're going to talk about that. I want to hit up my man, Jeff Kirby. Jeff is a guy, if you don't know Jeff, man, a lot of you guys might know Jeff. You may follow him on Sneaker Twitter. I don't even know Jeff in real life. Jeff is just the homie that has been rocking with the cast. He's left some great comments, some of the best comments we've had on the show. He'll comment sporadically, but it's always really well thought out and good comments. So we appreciate him. Always, I think he's been rocking with the YouTube channel for a long time, and now he rocks with the show. Mm-hmm. But I want to find out. I don't even know what he does for a job. So I was like, dude, let me hit Jeff up. I know he was in the building the other night for the historic Los Angeles Angels combined perfect game, honoring Tyler Skaggs, the whole thing that went along with it. We'll play a clip from Mike Trout press conference. We'll talk to Jeff Kirby because he was in the building. I think he was working the event. Again, I don't know what he does for work, something to do with production. But we're going to find all that out. This kind of just comes out of selfishness for me wanting to interview Jeff because I just want to find out what he does. I'm curious. I see his posts. I see stuff on social media. I'm like, shit, this guy's always listening to our show. Let me hit him up and get him on the show. And you guys often, I get a lot of messages from people hitting me up like, let me get on the cast. Let me get on the cast. Like, I don't mind bringing listeners on the cast, but they got to be adding something to the cast. I don't want people to have to turn off the cast because you're talking about your dog that no one knows about. You know what I mean? Like, that has to be topical, has to be relevant. So I'm excited to get Jeff on the cast, man. He's actually the first like straight listener that we're about to have on the show. And I reached out to him. So I'm pumped to do that, man.
Can he help us get our Peloton?
Dude, we need the Peloton sponsorship.
We need that.
Stat.
I think he can help us with that.
I'm getting fat. Stat. I need the Peloton.
Dude, Jeff's kids are on there.
I know.
Dude.
I saw that. I'm going to ask him about that.
That's
too.
the Peloton family.
I'm going to ask him about that too.
Yeah, no doubt.
Dude, super excited to talk to him about that. We got some sneakers to look at. But actually, you know what? Screw your sneakers for a second. Here's what we're going to do.
Uh-oh. Are we changing up the cast all of a sudden?
No, we're not changing up the cast.
All off the rails.
But I can't wait. I can't wait to give this away. Stringer, these are a gift to you from Fail Beast. Happy birthday.
No.
Yep.
Wow.
Gift from Fail Beast. JJ Stringsteen. Yep. I swear.
Are you
Dead serious. He hit me up.
Stringer?
He hit me up. He's like, hey, bring the shoes to the cast. Gift them to Stringsteen. He needs to work out in these. Remember Phil Beast was saying the Blazers? Or like, and then he said the Sakai Blazers because of the double tongue. He was like, they lock you in.
Wow.
Dude,
what's
up? Cool is in September, I'm actually having a powerlifting meet. So I'm going to be squatting and deadlifting.
That's what he said.
And it was like, oh my god.
He said, tell him to use them at his powerlifting meet.
Wow.
Dude,
there you go.
I don't know what to say, man. I can't wait to see. You know what? Maybe we'll do you a favor. Franchise and I will be at your meet and we'll film it for you.
Oh yeah, we'll give you some content, guys.
As long as you're wearing these sneakers.
as long as you're up in there in the Sakais.
Oh my gosh, seriously?
If you're in the Sakais.
There you go.
Is that the blue pair?
That's the blue pair.
Pull one out.
There you go.
Don't worry about it.
Stringsteen.
Dude, what the fuck?
Fail beast.
What, Stringer? Come on. What the heck?
I'm sorry. What the heck?
Sorry, Monday midsole.
I'm emotional right now, man. This is insane. Holy crap.
I like it. This is good.
What a pair of shoes.
I'm fighting for my life. Look at you, bud.
So this is the actual pair that we looked at last week.
Yep.
Fail Beast, thank you
and
so much.
Gifted.
Like, I have no words. This is amazing. Thank you so much, man.
When is the meet?
It is September 28th.
And what do you do? I don't know anything about powerlifting.
So
explain
powerlifting is essentially the three core, I forgot the correct term for it, but it's the three main exercises when you're lifting. It's benching, deadlifting, and squatting.
Okay.
For this meet specifically, they're only doing deadlifting and squatting. Usually it's squat, deadlifting, or benching, and then there's also deadlifting and benching, and I don't know if there's just a squatting one or not. It's kind of weird with all the kind of different categories you could go into. There's like raw versus geared, which is like what
is there? Raw versus SmackDown? Okay.
No, there's like a lot of different categories you could get into and different ways you could lift and different things like that. So essentially the one I'm going to is I'm just doing a bench and deadlift, like I said. So I'm like currently in my 12-week program right now, kind of competing for that. Hopefully it actually does give me the chance to qualify for nationals. I don't know if I'll be able to do it because it isn't drug tested, so I might be going against some guys who use steroids, so I might get like knocked out. But
down there with your boy Tony Bosch.
Yeah, I'm not willing to take steroids at this
the
point.
A-Rod clinic.
But yeah, so that's going down, and like
nice, man.
Fuck, man.
Well,
it's crazy because I needed some Converse. I was looking into buying some Converse from like Goodwill or something because these shoes are effing amazing for like lifting, like he said, because it's
you've got some better than Converse.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah. Way better than Converse.
And they're double tongued.
Yeah.
They're giving you some serious lockdown.
Yeah, for real.
And I'll tell you, I was at the wedding in South Dakota wearing my Blazers, and I was on the dance floor breaking it down, and I was locked down. Didn't feel like I was going anywhere.
Dude,
I was locked in.
You weren't pulling any Steph Currys.
Not at all.
There's no ankle rolling in these.
Not at all.
You've got tri-soles.
You're not rolling an ankle. You ain't blowing out an Achilles. You ain't doing no ankle, no feet damage to this. Yeah. Or in these. These are great.
Supported by the hands of God.
Are you going to wear these for practice? Like, are you going to try?
Yeah, I have to wear these for practice just so I'm like used to them, especially with my bench and all of that. And unfortunately enough, do you guys know what a singlet is?
Oh yeah, of course.
I have to rock one of those.
No, you don't.
Yes, I have to do that for competition. Yeah,
Robin makes me wear.
You're gonna wear the Borat singlet?
Yeah,
the Borat one.
No, wrestling. No, not the banana hammock.
You're gonna wear the banana hammock singlet with these?
Hey, and for that reason, I'm out. I will not be there recording.
For that reason.
What the?
Hey, you know what? I know singlets. Robin on Friday nights, she makes me wear singlets around the house.
What?
Just kidding.
I gotta give both of you guys shots for that. What are you guys doing?
But that'd be fun if she did.
That is classic. Yeah, so happy birthday, bud. Fail Beast coming through.
And plus, like my birthday as is in August, so that's even doper.
That's right. I think our birthdays are like a week apart, something like that. That's right. I forgot about that. Stringer.
Hey, I've got a plan for you guys. We're gonna do dual birthday celebration. Dude, we're gonna go to the local Unzer. I'm taking care of everything.
Are you really?
The outdoor Unzer by Centennial Airport. I got it under control.
Is it really? Is it called Unzer?
Yeah.
Oh, they have an Unzer Racing.
A second location. And it's all outside, dude.
Where's when is this?
I don't know, sometime in August for both your birthdays.
Wow.
Oh,
So
damn.
Wow, what is that?
Appreciate
What a
it.
surprise. I mean, it's not even August yet.
I got it all planned out, dude. Me and Muzzy under
Let's
control.
go.
Holy
This sounds like a
shit.
blast. This
Yeah.
is gonna be. I hope you guys are ready to see some TTF's feature footage of these fools getting their ass whipped on the track.
I know. I'm pretty good. But man, I get my ass whooped by you every time.
Oh, I'm
dude.
so excited.
I just can't.
I just love dude, I'm the go-kart king. I love go-karts, man. I started racing at a very, very young age. My dad was into racing, dude, and I just love it. I'm excited for it. That'd be a blast.
Are you bringing your fire jacket?
Oh yeah, dude. I'm gonna wear the full racing suit. I'm going to find the matching
Full
pants.
flame retardant suit.
Yeah, you're gonna see me out there in the Rainbow Warrior gear, guy, with the Supreme
Looking
Racing
like
helmet.
Sting from what's that show? Fuck.
I'm coming through with the Lowe's. I'm coming through with the Lowe's jacket.
Are you the
Oh,
Jimmy
yeah.
Johnson?
Jimmy Johnson for sure. I'm in.
Dude, I was looking at that Supreme Racing helmet. Ridiculous.
Yeah, the Simpson.
The pricing on that's insane.
Yeah.
There was the one they did with Fox though, like the Fox Racing one. It's super cheap.
Is it?
But the one that's like the Simpson
racing helmet.
dude, it's super expensive.
Dang.
It's really crazy, but cool, man. Well, Stringsteen, happy birthday. There you go, bud.
Yeah, thanks,
That's
man.
way
You got
cool.
yourself some new shoes, powerlifting
amazing.
shoes. Who would have thought the Sacai Blazers are great for powerlifting?
I would
have never. If you would have given me a multiple choice and which shoe best for powerlifting, that's in there. That's the last shoe I'm choosing.
Yeah.
Not even, I would have never thought that.
Yeah, I would have thought like maybe some Asics wrestling shoes. That probably comes to my mind.
Yeah,
you know?
dude. Yeah.
But
Something.
Wrestling
Not-
shoes are like huge too.
Are they?
That's why I'm pretty sure why this is such a great wrestling shoe because it's such a high
Oh,
top.
lifting shoe. You
Eh,
mean.
yeah.
Not wrestling shoe.
Yeah, my
Yeah,
bad.
yeah.
Yeah.
It has like a firm bottom. It's just it'll protect your ankles. It'll give you grip on the ground.
Nice. Are you sleeping next to those tonight? Just wondering. I know you're pretty excited.
He is going to.
Yeah, probably.
Because when I was 12, 13, 14, that area, getting the most hyped shoe at that time,
Yeah.
I may have slept next to one.
For
I think
real,
they're
though.
good, man.
Holy shit.
I think they're sick.
That's tight.
I'm proud that you got gifted those, buddy.
That's sick, man.
Yeah,
Veil
no
Beast
kidding.
coming through.
What a way. I thought this show was going to start off pretty shitty. All of a sudden,
What?
now,
Why did you think that, Del?
we were kind of off the rails a little bit.
What do you mean?
We were off the rails a little bit.
That's when the show's the greatest.
Oh, okay. Dude. Fair enough.
No. Check this out, though. Speaking of off the rails, we'll go into our weekends here. My weekend, I don't know what the hell happened to my back tire, but I wake up this morning and I have to come here and I have to take a lift.
Okay.
Because my tire's flat.
Okay.
Go outside, tire's flat, whatever. Actually, it was flat yesterday. But over the weekend, drove the whip up to Red Rocks, and I kind of been having an issue with the back tire.
Okay.
But drove the whip up to Red Rocks and, or not Red Rocks, I'm sorry, Lookout Mountain. Me and my lady just went up there, hung out, had a dope little, made some lunch, like food, put it in a cooler, just had a little picnic. It was dope. It was fun.
Wait, did you say Lookout Mountain or Makeout Mountain?
Lookout Mountain.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. You ever been there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makeout
We're past
Mountain.
the makeout stage, guy.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
Whoa, Stringsteen.
Sorry, I've been watching a lot of Stranger Things, and that's what they've been doing.
finished it.
I did too. So
Oh my gosh.
dude, Stranger Things.
JJ, I don't. Jesus.
Stranger Things.
I'm hyped, man.
Season 3.
I can't believe it's over.
Not to give away too much, but the kids.
Jesus.
Why I say that is because the kids have now gone into middle school, high school. They're in that age now where they're kind of, I like girls now, and
Yeah.
there's some kissing and some making out, and it's really weird.
Teenagers.
So they have a
So-
makeout mountain.
Yeah, well, they don't, but
So this.
They have a mountain of sorts.
they do.
So we went to Lookout Mountain.
Nice.
Wow. The
Off the
tire
rails.
is, yeah.
Continue.
All of a sudden I had
Sorry for interrupting.
22 PSI in my back tire. I don't know what happened.
Not
when we
good.
left. So we went and aired it up. Everything was cool.
Okay.
Put it at about 40 PSI.
Yep.
Wake up the next day. The whole thing's just flat on Sunday. So I'm like, whatever. Dealt with it.
You don't have a spare?
I do, but I didn't. There was nothing open on
jack?
Sunday to take it to.
Okay,
all the tire shops and stuff are closed. So I was like, whatever. I'll deal with it tomorrow. Tomorrow comes. Obviously, I can't. I didn't think I have the cast in the morning. Of course, I can't deal with it tomorrow.
Right.
So I jump in a Lyft this morning. Have to call an Uber. Call a Lyft. Come to the show or get in the guy's car. For one, it's 95 degrees out at 9:30 or 9 in the morning.
Yeah.
Right
it's
now.
ridiculous.
It is absolutely insane. I don't
been
know if
like
you guys
this
are
for a
getting this
week.
heat wave other than my man Con Lee, who's getting hurricanes.
Oh, in Louisiana.
Down there in
yep.
Louisiana. I just actually texted him this morning. We were talking.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, is everything good down there, dude? Are you all right? It's crazy.
Hammered over there.
Yeah. So he said everything's good. Shout out to the homie Con Lee. He's good down there in Louisiana. But I get in the guy's Lyft. Not only does this car smell like he's been chain smoking in the car, He doesn't have AC, and the windows are just down, and it is roasting in this thing, dude. So I'm chilling. I got my stuff for the cast. I'm getting dropped off at the studio. I'm just rolling down, and it was one of the worst lift rides I ever had. Not only the car smelled like shit, got cigarettes all over the place, chain smoking, windows down.
Hot box.
I was trying to listen to a radio show and stuff. Yeah. Forget it. You just have wind. We're on a highway. Wind's just blowing in your face. I'd rather not. It's just hot air too.
Yeah.
That hot air.
Yeah.
It was awful. So one of the worst ways to start the morning. So that's why I thought the cast wasn't going to be good starting off, just because I had a terrible morning. Having to take the lift here.
Gotcha.
So I thought the cast was going to be a pile for that reason. But I forgot we had the gift. Obviously, you're going to get the emotion from JJ. That's always nice to see. Sometimes doesn't provide very much emotion. So when he does, it's a nice.
When he does, he drops the F-bomb.
It's a nice. when he does, he starts effing everything. So or MFing everything.
MFing.
So what'd you do this weekend, man? Did you have a good one? Or?
No, I did. I didn't. I really didn't.
Of course.
Do you want to talk about it or no?
Yeah, no. It was actually nothing with the relationship. The love tank is
as
so
full as it can
full.
be.
Is it?
It's so full right
Okay,
now.
good.
It is.
Overfilling?
It's so full, man. It's not overfilling. I don't think that's possible because Robin still wants more. That being said.
Oh, geez, here he goes.
So it isn't filled.
Yeah.
He's in the
no,
house.
that being said,
because Robin still wants more.
yeah, she still needs more.
That's great. Makes her sound awesome.
What I would say is, no, man, I was a little sad because Robin actually got together with her family. And they actually went to one of the nicest restaurants in the city. They went to Ocean Prime, down off of Larimer Street, dude. And if everybody knows about Larimer Square downtown, a very renowned place when it comes to Denver, Colorado.
The rich go.
Yeah, the restaurants, and then around the corner you got all the nice clubs in Denver. That kind of just a great area. So they went there, and I should have went. I could have went. I thought everything was okay. For the first time in probably 7 months, I had to close on Saturday night.
Ooh.
Oh, really?
So I had to close my store down, and I was not able to go to the restaurant, man.
That sucks.
So I was super bummed because, I'm not really into food that much, but man, that's such a great bonding experience that Robin and I have evolved to love and actually just kind of really be kind of a staple in our relationship. That's obviously something that we really, really bond over now. We went to some of the nicest ones in Vegas, like I told you guys about. So I really miss that, man. And I really love her family. I love hanging with them. Her sister's great. Her husband, mom is great. It's always nice. And again, to get with them after that major loss that they had this year, it's just nice to be around family and to be ingrained in that. So I really missed out, man.
Nice.
But Robin had a great dinner. She was sending me, all the photos of the drinks and the food that she was eating. So I was super jealous on that. So I didn't get to spend time with her or the family.
But it sounds like she had a great time.
Oh, she had
That's
a
what I was saying.
wonderful
Nice
time.
too.
Yeah.
Like she kind of sounds like she enjoyed it.
She had a wonderful time for sure.
Good.
And then let's see, what was it? I think it was actually Saturday morning I woke up to, so I probably should have said this first, but my store didn't get broken into, but it had a rock thrown through the window. So I had Tyco, our alarm system company, calling me. I had DMs calling me. I'm not even working yet.
Wow.
So it was a work heavy weekend for a lot of different reasons, and I missed out on some of the personal love tank stuff that makes me happy, that makes Robin happy. Missed out with some family time, but then going into Sunday, dude, we'll talk about it a little bit later. Arguably the biggest match of the year at Wimbledon.
Yeah, we'll get into
this
that
morning. So, or yesterday morning. So, it was a pretty good weekend with work wise. But yeah, Robin and I didn't get to hang much. So I look forward to next week, and I'm back on the traditional.
You
schedule.
whip around your scooter?
I didn't.
No scootering all weekend.
No scootering.
I'm surprised Robin's not making you sell the scooter.
There was talks of it.
With the later, were you guys really?
Well, not I. I said absolutely not.
She brought it up though.
I told her this thing's only going to go up in value now.
Oh, because
Because of the incidents in it. Yeah, but yeah. So yeah, let's get into it, man. There was a major accident with another yet electric scooter. Have you heard about it?
Well, not only I just saw the headline. I don't know who this is, so I'm sure you can fill me in. I know that. Well, not only is this another accident on the scooter after, what was it, Roman Atwood's mom, right?
Yes.
Famous YouTuber. His mom fell off the scooter, hit her head, and died. There's probably been 20 incidents just like that since then about people we don't know of.
Sure.
Just people we don't know of. And then now this happens.
Yeah.
And break down the story.
Yeah, so the story goes as so a famous YouTube star. Her name is Emily Hartridge. So she resides out of London, the London area. I don't know which suburb and that kind of thing, but 35 years old, very, very young. Has a boyfriend. Her boyfriend's highly involved with a lot of her YouTube videos.
Okay.
And she wakes up Friday morning. They're out just kind of messing around on.
Are they on
scooters.
vacation or? Oh, they're just in LA?
In London.
Oh, in London. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because they reside out of London. And long story short, she ends up getting in an accident, colliding with a truck.
Wow.
So electric scooter, truck, obviously.
Not good, yeah. And it's not like she just fell off and hit her head. She actually got hit by a car.
Actually collided with it, yeah. So so then everybody that was following her, she's got over I think it was 350,000 followers, big thing just on her YouTube alone. I think her Instagram was somewhere damn near 62,000 just on her Instagram, but 300,000 followers on YouTube. But what happened was, with after this collision, so nobody really knew. It made the London news, but nobody knew that was her. So all her followers had to wake up to a post on her Instagram that read as this. It says, "Hi everyone. This is a horrible thing to have to say over Instagram, but we know how many of you were expecting to see Emily today, and this is the only way to contact you all at once. Emily was involved in an accident yesterday and passed away. We all loved her to bits, and she will never be forgotten. She has touched so many lives, and it's hard to imagine things without her. She was a very special person. XXX." So
holy shit, dude.
Yeah, I think what this brings into a couple things, scooters, electric scooters.
We've had many. That's why I wanted to bring this up on the show today. We've talked about these things multiple times.
Yeah.
You own one. You went out and bought your own.
Yeah.
I don't own one, but I've ridden them multiple times.
Yeah.
We talked about my uncle Roselle wrecking, wiping out, shattering his elbow, surgery. I'll get into that guy in a second. Over my weekend, I had to help him cord cut a little. No, some nonsense, but
yeah.
I've had to help him a lot since he broke his arm. It's been a lot. I've been over there a lot, doing a lot, helping him out. My aunt's been helping him out. It's been a big thing. So these electric scooters, I don't know. When I'm riding them downtown, not only it is definitely dangerous. It feels like the wheels are too small unless you're riding on a bike in a bike lane or on a bike path, the wheels are too small for the sidewalks and how the city is, depending on your city. Can you imagine Denver's pretty good.
Yeah.
Our sidewalk situation's pretty good, and it's still rough on those. Can you imagine in a city like Boston
or San
somewhere
Francisco,
where it's old?
San Francisco.
Yeah, right.
Where you go into those cobblestone streets. Really the issue with scooters is transitions, going from one surface to another surface to another surface and elevated surfaces.
That's the first issue, I'd say. Yeah.
That's big.
Second issue is obviously just like anything, a motorcycle, a moped, whatever, anything on two wheels, a bike.
Right.
What are you doing? You're looking out for other people.
Yeah.
That's the second biggest issue there. That's what we obviously see here happening with her. Going across the crosswalk. Dude, me and Roselle talked about this multiple times. A lot of the people on the scooters aren't looking for cars, and a lot of cars aren't looking for them. They're turning the corner, and people, whether they have the crosswalk or not on the scooter, they're going across the crosswalk.
Dude.
Well, the car has the right of way, and they're smoking these fools in crosswalk.
You wouldn't believe, I worked valet in Denver, and you wouldn't believe how many bikers I've almost seen get killed by people turning right.
Right.
It's
Yep.
insane.
Yep.
It was in a day, I would say maybe 3 almost get hit.
Right.
It's unbelievable.
Well, then you get to these tricky intersections downtown where you can take left on red if it's off of one way onto another one way. So then, it's not only you got to watch out for people taking rights on red. There's a lot. It's probably the worst place any downtown or metropolitan area where there's one ways and shit. It's probably the worst place to have these scooters, because everything is so mixed up and everything's so jam packed.
At the same time, it's one of the best places because everything's so
Transit,
close
right,
together.
exactly.
So it's just you're not trying to go 5 miles.
Well, that's what Dow was saying. He's like, I haven't really ridden a ton. I live out in the suburbs. Everything's far away.
Sure.
I'm out of battery before I get where I'm going.
I've seen one other person other than you ride a scooter like that out here. But
it's just there's just not a lot of sense to it. But man, they are really, really dangerous. There's no platform of really learning how to ride these and what it takes. It's just
Well,
like, hey, you get the app, you scan it, boom, you're
Ready to
on.
go, yeah.
When they
You
first
know?
released it, like the city was like confiscating them at the beginning
They
until
were.
they like got a law passed, and
But that
then
was-
they started releasing
But
them
that was
again.
only contract disputes. That was just because the scooter companies
But just
hadn't
the
okayed
fact-
it with the city,
Yeah, they
and the
just
city
dumped them on
wanted
the
their money.
sidewalks.
That was why. It wasn't a
But
safety thing
still,
at that
like-
time. But these companies, they
These
don't make
came
you,
out of the blue without really
They did.
anything.
They did. They don't make you wear helmets. There's no laws around them. So obviously, as these things keep happening, I mean, I think they're going to have to, the states themselves are going to have to try to come up with some sort of laws and how to abide by these
Yeah.
laws. I think those are coming down the pipeline, and I don't think they come soon enough. And I'm the guy who doesn't want to be told what to do. I don't want as much control, but people are losing their lives. These are a dangerous thing. They're fun. They're a great way to get around. But man, how many incidents does this have to take
Yeah,
before something changes?
no doubt.
And it's just really, really sad, man. And it's funny, well, it's not funny, but what's funny about this whole situation is her last YouTube video was published on July 8th. And in the clip, it says 10 reasons to get a younger boyfriend, right? And it talks about her relationship with her boyfriend at the time.
How old was she?
Jake Hazel, 35. And
Wow.
in that video, she actually receives the 2 scooters for her birthday. So these were just brand new. I would like to say scooter riding, I don't know for sure, was new to her, but these scooters she just got for her birthday.
I had guilt, bro. Taking Roselle, buying tickets for the wrong baseball game, and then taking Roselle out on that Sunday,
Yeah.
not being able to get in the game, and then us riding the scooters back to my car. I had guilt. Him falling off and hurting his elbow and having to have elbow surgery and ruining his summer. I had guilt over that.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what the person feels like that bought those scooters.
got the scooters for her. Yeah.
Dude. I
Brutal,
can't.
huh?
Right. Like, you don't think about that when you buy, that'd be
No.
like if Robin got that scooter for you for your birthday,
Yeah.
and then something happened to
Yeah,
you.
she did. It was Christmas.
Or
Oh,
she did get it
jeez.
for you. That's
Yeah.
right. And then something happened to you right after. It's like, what?
More
the-
reason for you to
Then-
stop.
Dude. Yeah, it's just
Fuck.
I've already said, dude, I would not have my aunt, I would not have my parents, I wouldn't have anyone. I wouldn't go ride those with anyone, I don't think, other
Yeah,
than like you
honestly,
or
yeah.
like someone I know, someone that's like we've been on BMX bikes, we've been
Sure.
mountain biking, we kind of, I don't know, you own a Harley or a motorcycle, like, but I guess my uncle owns a motorcycle too. What the hell does that
Yeah.
prove? You know? So, jeez, what am I talking about? But I don't know, dude. I just would feel I definitely wouldn't have my lady on it. Definitely wouldn't have my aunt on it. Definitely wouldn't have anyone like.
Anyone who has a problem balancing, honestly.
I don't even know what I'm trying to say because Roselle doesn't have a problem balancing either. I don't know. I guess I'm just trying to say I wouldn't have anyone on them. I
Yeah.
guess they're just that unsafe.
Anybody that I care about that I can't control what they do or what they don't do,
right.
I don't want them on it.
Because I know myself, and I feel like it's not to say that I wouldn't have something happen to me
Sure.
either. But
Well, because you do live down here and we don't necessarily have too many sidewalks, kind of like Denver, and you're able to kind of like ride on the asphalt. Is the asphalt better here than the sidewalks in Denver?
Maybe so. I think some of the sidewalks are a little older in Denver,
Yeah,
whereas
for sure.
you live in
But
a
like,
suburb
my
that
point
has
is
newer,
like, would it just be better to ride them more out here than
in the
actual
suburbs,
Denver?
there's more bike lanes.
Yeah.
There's tons of bike lanes
Yeah.
everywhere, and now there is downtown. They
Yeah.
just built all those in downtown Denver,
Oh,
but they
those
tell
were
you
a bitch.
they tell you not to pull. They tell you not to ride those in the bike lanes.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to ride those scooters in the bike lanes,
Which is
even though
stupid.
that's what
practically
I
a
still do
bike.
because not only is that the safest way to go, the pavement is good. They're made for you to go certain places where traffic isn't. So I enjoy riding those in the
I'm
bike lane.
surprised they're like allowed to be on the sidewalks.
That
because,
seems
like,
more dangerous for me. People are walking on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because like people get yelled at for riding their bikes on the sidewalk. It's just like,
it's nuts.
the hell?
It's nuts. That's what the
You
city
have
complained
more
about.
control over your bike than the damn scooter.
Yeah, yeah. And I don't think the city cares that much about the safety. They just care that they're getting the money.
Yeah, they're getting
You know,
paid for it.
I think
Yeah,
that's what it
for
is.
sure.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. So I don't know, man. I don't think it's safe anywhere. I think downtown, there's just so much going on. There's so many more distractions maybe than a suburb, in my opinion. The lights and the glitz and the cars and the
Yeah.
one ways. You just don't have that much in the suburb.
Especially during rush hour.
But
Oh
it's
my
just like a
gosh.
motorcycle. I don't know if you know the stat with a motorcycle, but they say motorcycle accidents happen within 5 miles or less of where you reside.
Oh, geez.
Wow.
So how scary is that?
Yeah.
So scooters could
That's
probably be the
shitty.
same. You don't know, but the stats are out there. It's like I said, I think to end that, I don't know that I would put anybody that I actually care about and can't control what they do or what they don't do on it. I just don't feel comfortable.
I don't either.
And that's not to say, I trust myself. Yeah, sure, I'm going to make accidents or I'm going to create accidents. The accidents are going to happen to me. Yeah. But whether it's motor skills, experience, whatever the case may be, I trust myself, but I don't want to trust anybody else.
Exactly.
I just want to keep them away.
Exactly.
That's it.
That's the exact way I feel. And I wish I could have said that earlier.
Yes, that's the way I feel.
Having trouble articulating my thought, but yeah, couldn't agree more on that.
So yeah, shout out to Emily, her friends, her family, all her followers. Man, it's
thoughts and prayers. That's rough, bro.
It's a life that has come to an end way too soon.
Yeah,
and prayers to anybody affiliated with her.
Well, speaking of Roselle, dude, and his arm, right?
Yeah, how's he doing?
Today he's going to therapy. I'm actually have to call him after the show to figure out, what's up.
A little bit of PT action for him.
Yeah, that and he's going to the doctor. He only went to therapy once, and then he just jetted out of town. I think he was supposed to go back or something, go for a follow up.
Don't tell me he did that on his motorcycle, one arm.
No, dude, okay. No. He got in his car.
Okay.
He's got a Subaru Legacy or a Impreza or one of those, and he's like, I'm going to go visit my daughter up in Montana. She works at a horse ranch up in Montana, runs the whole thing, manages all the horses, all this stuff. Right? He's like, I'm going to go visit her up there. He hits me up. He's like, I'll be back Sunday. This is not last Friday, the Friday before last.
Okay.
Jeez.
Thursday, actually. He's like, I'm leaving. I'll be back Sunday. Yeah, 2 weeks ago. I'll be back Sunday. All of a sudden, so we go, I'm helping him cord cut a little bit. I'm helping him try to get cut the cord. Yeah. So I'm like, I get him a Google Chromecast. Okay. And I'm like, all right, we'll use the Chromecast. You'll be able to get YouTube TV. You'll be able to get a couple other streaming services, whatever, and it should be roughly around the same, maybe a little cheaper than what you had before, but you're getting internet and a few more things because all he had at home was cable. Okay. So we buy the Chromecast. I'm like, we're going to return the Chromecast because we're going to get this cracked Apple TV with Cody and all this shit on it.
Okay.
So I'm like, we're going to return the Chromecast. You have 14 days to return it at Best Buy. As you know, being a former Best Buy employee, you know how it goes now. We're going to return it. Well, this guy, so I'm thinking he's going to be back a few days later. So we get it a couple days later, or we get it to the Chromecast a couple days before he leaves. He leaves. Little do I know, he goes up to South Dakota. He doesn't go to Montana. I get a text message Monday morning with 2 pictures that say, and I'm like, what is that? And he's like, that's the Missouri River. I'm out. I snapped. I can't do it. And I got to go. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, I've been cooped up at the house too much. I've been out here I've been cooped up too fucking much. I got to go. I'm going. I took off. I'm heading over to your cousin Niles in Michigan. And then I'm going from Michigan to New York. I'm riding back to New York to see the family.
Wow.
Going back to Jamestown, going to Pittsburgh, see my friends. I was like, what? You're just jetting out. So now he was supposed to come back. So now he just screw the doctor, screw the physical therapy. He just snaps, leaves. Then he gets back. Chromecast is past the return date.
Oh, sure.
Past the 14 days, right?
Oh,
so I go in there yesterday. He's no longer wearing the sling. Yesterday I go over to his house. I'm re-helping him set up all this stuff. He's no longer wearing the sling with his arm or anything like that.
Okay.
We go in. I'm like, dude, you got to put the sling on when we go to Best Buy. We need sympathy. I was like, we need to.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, okay, we got to do the whole 10 yards. Okay. He puts the swing on. And by the way, he says, he's the king of, just like you. You and him should be the tag team.
Yeah.
The ultimate tag team of messing up slogans.
Uh-oh.
Because it's not the whole 10 yards. It's the whole 9 yards. It's never been the whole 10 yards.
Yeah.
There's no movie called The Whole 10 Yards. It's always the whole 9 yards. The movie, the saying, everything is whole 9 yards.
That sounds just
you
like me.
are just like that.
Yep.
Give me an example of one that you do commonly.
Let's see.
All the time.
I think I said instead of the elephant in the room, I said the whale in the room.
Right. Exactly.
I don't know.
It's the elephant in the room.
Robin loves that though.
What do you mean?
Because it's my shortcomings.
She loves the whale in the room, or she loves that in general?
She loves my shortcomings. She thinks it's cute. She thinks, Dallas is special. He's my man. He's special. No, she just thinks it's because I'm trying to be like super authentic and real, and the fact that I am and I mess up the slogan, that's she thinks that's kind of cute.
You ever seen Tommy Boy?
I have.
You're like Tommy Boy.
Yeah.
When he tries to do you can get a good look at the butcher by sticking your head up the bull's ass, but I'd rather take the butcher's word for it. And he never gets it right.
Yeah.
Do you remember when he says that slogan
totally.
5 times and he messes it up every single time? Wait, maybe it's your butcher or your bull. And he's just like flaming out inside the. Anyway, so you and him would be the ultimate tag team of messing everything up.
Oh, geez.
So he's like, oh yeah, we do the whole 10 yards. He puts on the sling.
That's the blind leading the blind.
We go into Best Buy. I find a gentleman. I'm looking. You know how retail goes. You got to find a target.
Oh yeah.
So I got the Supreme lighter on because I'm like looking.
Oh.
I'm gauging to see who will be like, this guy is cool.
Yeah. Who in here is hype?
Who in here likes the hype, right?
Yeah.
So I got the Supreme lighter on. I got the shades on, gold chains. I'm rolling through. I'm looking. I see this cat and he's staring.
Uh-oh.
He looks at my shoes. Then he looks at the Supreme lighter. I'm like, this guy right here.
This guy's it.
I feel like a kicker kicking an onside.
Yeah.
I'm kicking it right at this guy. I see his eyes.
You're Rapinoe.
Yes,
You're
exactly.
definitely Rapinoe in the women's final. Yeah.
Exactly.
Got it.
So I'm looking. He's like, I kind of roll over in that area. He's like, hey man, that's super sick. And I talk to him. I'm like, oh, thanks, dude. Yeah, it's a little overpriced. Just start chopping it up a little, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, hey man, I need some help here, dude. My uncle over here, Roselle's standing over here looking lost.
Yeah.
I'm like, the guy in the sling right there, dude. I told him to buy an Apple TV the first time. For some reason, he bought this Chromecast a couple weeks ago. I don't know why. And then he goes and breaks his arm, has to have arm surgery. Now we're at about 20 days here. I know the return policy's 14. Is there anything you can do for us here?
Yeah.
I mean, the guy's like, oh, dude, no, yeah, I got you, man. I got you. He's just, I know he wants to be cool, man.
Yeah.
I know he wants the guy wearing the Supreme lighter and think he's cool. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So I'm telling you guys this to put you up on game. Like, these are the things, these are the little things you have to do in life.
Yeah.
You have to know the right people, you have to make the right connections, and you have to finesse shit.
Yeah.
And that's what you have to do to get through life.
That is life.
If you do not have finesse, things are going to be exponentially harder for you.
Yeah.
You're going to waste a lot of money.
And you're going to
You
have to work
should not waste.
harder.
You're going to have to
waste money.
Exactly. So if you don't have a little bit of finesse to you, meaning a little bit of salesmanship,
Yeah.
a little bit of hustle, if you
little bit
will,
of something.
you gotta know. Because if I walked in there, go to the return counter, tell them, just try to be the normal guy and say, hey, yeah, can I return? It's past the return. What are they gonna do, Dal? They ain't gonna help me out.
No.
The lady at the return counter?
Yeah.
Think she's helping me out? No.
No.
You gotta find the kid in the section who likes the hype.
Yeah.
Then you go to him, and boom, now what do we do? So now, my man, check this out. This is the sickest part. My man's like, oh yeah, I got the Apple TV, boom, boom, boom. We go over and get it. He's like, all right, I got to walk you up to customer service to do the return. I'm like, cool, no problem. So he can't even do the return in his section.
Okay.
He's got to walk us up to customer service. This is about a line about 5-6 deep
Uh-oh.
on a Sunday. This man walks us right to the front, does the exchange, boop, 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 puts in the return, does the thing, has a supervisor come over, overrides the return policy. We're out. We got the money back for the Chromecast. We got the Apple TV. My man's doing the fist bumps on his way. Blah, 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 blah.
Do we have a new follower for the cast?
I just realized I told him check out the cast. That's not good. Telling this story is bad. We might have to cut this out.
It's not bad for
That's
us.
bad. If he checks out the cast guy.
We didn't mention no names.
Oh, rip.
We mentioned some finessing, though.
But we didn't mention
Now
no
he
names.
feels like I just got finessed. Now he knows he's in on the lick. Now it's like he's in on the joke. Maybe he doesn't want to be in on the joke.
He doesn't care about Best Buy.
Now he's going to be thumbs downing.
I think I did a bad. Oh, man.
If I was a betting man, I bet he's paying $10 to be on TTF's featured footage.
I don't know if he is. I think he was already on TTF's featured footage because we had the camera there yesterday.
And then he just downgraded to Stringer's audio.
No, I'm just kidding. We did. Maybe that's the kind of stuff we should put on TTF's featured footage.
he
Trips with Roselle.
Yeah.
Hanging out with Roselle.
You told him it was the most underrated podcast.
Yeah. I told him to follow the cast. I told him he had the cast. I told him.
I got no problem with this.
I know. This is.
I think this is great.
We just added a hater, I think, but
We might have added a new thumbs down guy. Damn it.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying.
That takes us from 4 to 5 now.
I gave the guy mad props. I shook his hand at the end. I told him a bunch of times. I was like, hey, man, thank you so much for the help. Thank you for the help, dude. I really appreciate the help today. I told him over and over and over. I was like, hey, you drink energy drinks? Let me buy you a Monster. No, he's like, no, I'm good. It's cool, man. It's cool. So I offered. I knew he went out of his way to help me. I was willing to go out of my way to, hey, you want some Skittles? What do you want,
dope.
guy? It's on me. Let me help you out. But
I like it. I
That's,
like it.
that's how he
Well,
does
that's cool. That's a great story. I'm glad he
was-
got his money back.
it was
Because what
fun.
are those? $40? $50?
Yeah, exactly. Like $37 with tax.
Yeah.
So we got his money back there. We hooked up the Apple TV, got him set up, YouTube TV, all this stuff. I'm thinking we're good. Guess what? Oh, no, I can't watch the Rockies. We ain't got no Rockies.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. So then it was 4 more hours of figuring out how we can get the Rockies on the Apple TV. And I found a solution. Have you ever heard of IPTV?
Uh-uh.
Dude, this is down a rabbit hole, but basically internet protocol television. You're basically
Get a different IP.
the Russians are hacking someone's cable guy. They're hacking TV, and you're paying the Russians $10 a month,
To
$10
hack
to
it?
$15 a month, and you're getting 9,000 plus channels
Okay.
from all over the world. You're getting Italian TV. You're getting Ukraine. You're getting
God.
UK. You're getting Iraq. You're getting any Afghanistan. You're getting any television you want from around the world on this thing. And about $10 to $12 a month. You kind of got to do there's some copying and pasting of links and downloading an app in the App Store and uploading some things to get it to work.
How is Roselle going to do this?
I did it all for him.
Oh.
I got it all set up.
So
for him.
it's a
one
one and
tap?
done setup?
Yeah, now
That's sick.
Now, once you get it all set up, it actually has a guide and it has all this stuff that looks almost like a regular TV setup,
Yeah.
but
TV guide.
it's just from around the world. And there's a lot of exploring you can do. I mean, you can get, dude, you could be in this thing for hours. I mean, it's everything from all the live movie channels, HBO, Stars, all that stuff, to their on-demand libraries.
Is there a dating app on there for Roselle as well?
Ooh, that might be good. I don't think there is.
I could hear him going, find Rocky's baseball and then find hot Russian women. Did he do that?
That is
No?
a bad Roselle
I can't do it.
That is pretty awful.
I
That
can't do
is
it.
not good at all.
I can't do Italian.
No, here's probably what he'd be doing. Well, yeah, women on the dating sites have been telling me I was short before. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
He
yeah.
wouldn't- the angry bagel,
bagel guy.
I wish I would add the clip. No, he's not that short, and he's not that angry either. It's pretty pleasant Italian.
So how's he doing now without cords? How many calls have you got this morning?
None. I think.
Really?
I think he's good.
Huh.
I think he's good to go.
It's tough for the older generation to cut the cords.
But you know
of
what
any
though?
sort.
He had the doctor's appointments and all that shit this morning, so
Oh.
I don't even know if
He hasn't been watching no TV.
Right. I don't know if he's been home. And then guess what else? Guess what else I get? Only Roselle. Who else cares about this? What about PBS? I'm like, PBS?
PBS?
That's what I said. I'm like, what do you, he's like, there was a documentary on the, I was trying to watch it. I'm like, what?
He's like, I gotta watch the Antique Roadshow.
I'm like, PBS. He's like, can I get the DVR thing? I'm like, PBS is like regular TV. Just turn on like regular. And then
satellite.
a couple years ago, everything went digital. You
Yeah,
remember that?
totally.
Can't get regular TV anymore
No.
unless you have a digital antenna.
that
Yeah.
converter box.
Yeah, you got to have that digital antenna set.
Those still exist?
Yeah.
It's not a.
I've used one in the past.
It's like a you have to have a digital, not
It's
rabbit
weird as
ears. It's like a
shit.
digital antenna.
Yeah.
Only if you don't have a digital TV.
Yeah.
If you have a digital TV and have just regular rabbit ears hooked up to it, you can avoid the box.
No, you don't. You can't use rabbit ears at all anymore. You have to
can't.
use a
I use
digital
rabbit
antenna.
ears. Yeah, you can. I use rabbit ears in the man cave. I have a little TV in there, but it's a digital TV.
Oh, so if you- okay.
That's why you don't have to have the digital converter box.
But does
because
it
you're
still-
turning
Yeah.
an analog TV into a digital TV with that box, and then having the rabbit ears that go through the box.
So it still gives
Yeah.
you 40 channels or whatever it is.
I wouldn't say 40. I would say more like 10,
5.
10 at the most.
See, mine gives me about 30 to 40 channels with
Well,
no
you-
cable.
Well, you're in a better area.
Is that what it is?
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
My dad still has
It's
one.
weird.
And we actually got rid of the box because we actually got him a digital TV. We went to the pawn shop
Yeah.
and got him one of those little flat panel, and it was a digital TV, so he was able to get rid of that box, but he still has the rabbit ears hooked up to the TV. So
Okay.
it just gets over the air.
So that's what I'm saying. We're going to have to get him now a set of those or whatever so you can get PBS to watch, whatever. I don't know. Jesus. It's just a nightmare. But anyway, yeah, it's...
And then he's going to have to change his source on his remote, on the TV.
Oh, my
That's too
gosh.
much.
Then in New York, check this out. While he was in New York, he was playing soccer with a broken arm, just had elbow surgery.
What's wrong with this
That's
guy?
what I said. He's playing soccer with his friend's daughter
jeez.
out there. They're playing soccer,
no.
and he falls on his other arm. And he goes, I was so scared to put my arm out and brace myself that I just fell. I just decided to fall, and he messed up his shoulder.
Oh, my God.
Dude, last night, he was like, I'm telling you, something's wrong with this shoulder. This is more than just falling on it. I'm like, no, it's not. He's like, everyone says just getting old. Every time I was like, something sore back east, all the family was just like, oh, it's getting old. This is more than getting old. Something's wrong. I got to get the liver checked out again.
He
I
probably
gotta get
tore his rotator cuff.
Dude,
Oh my
that's what I'm saying. I'm
not
like,
good.
You probably fell. I'm like, why didn't you put your arm out to brace yourself? You were on
Rotator
grass.
cuff,
You were on grass.
bicep. Oh my
Like, what are you doing? So that's the update. Roselle, he's doing fine. He's doing just great. Cord cutting and all. Let's move along. Let's go to Wimbledon, Dal.
Oh, yes.
Can you? I didn't watch. So the match started at 7 a.m. on Sunday. I slept in. I woke up late and I caught the end of the match. So I didn't catch all the spectacle and all the stuff that went down. I had to catch the highlights.
Gotcha.
You watched the full match.
I watched the
So
full,
did Roselle.
I watched the
locked in.
full entire match. Now, let's give a little bit of backstory on this. So this was arguably the best match of the season, maybe even the best matchup in the last 5 years.
Wow.
Djokovic and Federer. I mean, arguably, and you throw Nadal, top 3 players in the last
20 years.
15, 20 years.
Yeah.
You know, there was Roddick back 10 plus years ago. You had a couple other
He wasn't
big
really
names.
taking down a ton
But
of
he
majors,
wasn't because
of these guys.
he couldn't
Right.
get past these 3,
Right.
you know. But
Djokovic, the youngest out of the 3, right?
Yes,
What
he
is
is.
35?
33? I think 32 or
32.
33.
Okay, so he's still got a while.
And Roger is 37.
Yes.
So, and Nadal, I think, is like 34, 35. So he's right in the middle of those two, but closer to
Djokovic
Federer.
is 32.
32, yes.
Yeah.
So here's what I would say. So before we get into how long this match was, because it was record-setting, number one, in terms of the amount of time. And 2, it is something that had not been done yet because there was a new rule change. Are you familiar with the rule change?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, so from 2019, so this rule was inundated this year. And so what this rule is, on a 5th set, if a match goes to 5 sets, which is the furthest it can go, right?
Mm-hmm.
They actually instituted or put in a 12th set tiebreak. And the reason is, so it cannot, so the reason for this rule is because what it does, it puts an end to marathon matches.
Yeah.
Okay. And this comes from, do you remember a guy by the name of Anderson and Isner that played a few years ago? I think it was like 4 or 5 years ago.
Yes.
So
I
it
remember
was
that
like
match,
the
dude.
longest
Yeah.
match in
Yep.
history, right? And this went 26 and 24. So it went 26. So the winner won 26 to 24. It went 26
Right.
sets.
Right.
That's
insane.
incredible.
Yeah.
So, you know, obviously nobody's given their best after playing that long.
Right.
5 sets is long enough. And then to be able to go to 26-24 to win, and it was actually Isner that beat Anderson, if I'm correct on that. That being said, Wimbledon and the Tennis Association said, no, we can't do this. Players are not going to be at their peak performance. This is just like a marathon of watching people literally just die.
Well, and then
on the
think
court.
about if it's not the final.
Yeah.
They're so spent for the next round, the
Yeah.
winner of that
Yeah.
match. It doesn't make sense.
Is it fair to give them an extra 2 days
Right.
off, that kind of
Right.
thing? So it's just a good thing to kind of change that rule. So that being said, this match went just under 5 hours long. So it was like 4. It was like
4 hours and 39 minutes or something.
just
like
a
that?
little over that. I think it was 4 hours and like 48 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Is what the entirety I think was. But what they did, they went to the 12th set tiebreak, and this has never been done because this was a new rule that was just instituted here. But they actually went the full 12 sets, and they had to go the tiebreak.
Yep.
And unfortunately, to my dismay, because I lost $20 with Mueller on this, but second of all, Federer, he is the GOAT. He is the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
There's no arguing that. But now Djokovic can, by winning this, and I can't remember how many titles he has now. It's over 5 majors. For sure. I think this is
15?
15 total wins, I think, but in terms of majors, I think he's over now 6, 7 majors,
Wow.
which is real good. So Djokovic isn't in the GOAT conversation, but he's obviously in the conversation of one of the greatest of all time.
Mm-hmm.
I really wanted Federer to win this, man. Federer is
I was about to say, so you lost 20 on Federer.
yeah,
That's
he's
your guy.
Yeah, he's the
You still have those tennis shoes?
I do.
The Jordan 3
Yeah,
model?
the Jordan 3, yeah, for sure.
Nice.
The Zoom Vapors or whatever. Vapor
Yeah.
3s, I think is what they are.
To fill the audience, and they came out with a, what was that, 3 years ago, 2 years ago?
2 years ago, I believe.
They came out with a Roger Federer modeled tennis shoe, and it was modeled after a Jordan 3.
Yeah.
With
it
the
was
white cement.
It was the Zoom Vapor or
Yeah.
Vapor Zoom, and it was modeled after the 3, so it had the elephant print,
Yep.
and had a lot of the 3 similarities
The
into
RF on the back, right?
You bet.
Super
but it
sick.
had obviously the extra big cushy or protective toe in there.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
you drag your toe obviously when you
Right.
serve, right? So you had to have that extra
Yeah,
build
designed
in there.
for tennis. They were super dope.
Super cool
Yeah.
shoe. But yeah, Federer's my guy, man. It's crazy that he left Nike, because you know what's funny about Roger Federer? So he has his own logo, right? The RF.
Yes.
And part of the R is missing. It's really weird logo in my opinion. But did you know Nike?
I thought Nike designed that logo.
And they still own it.
Oh, they did design it.
They did.
But he's not with them anymore.
Nope. But Nike still owns the rights to his logo, which is really, really weird.
Interesting.
So there's a lot of controversy in that because Roger could probably pay Nike buku's bucks to get that back or to own that with his right and then bring it back to his new company, which is with Uniqlo. But he still wears Nike shoes. He was still wearing like a Zuper or a Vapor Zoom at this tournament.
Yeah.
Just a new, more modern style. Wilson obviously is still his sponsor with tennis rackets, but it's funny that Nike still actually owns his rights to his logo.
So do you think that he pays Nike to use that for his own branding and stuff? Or does Nike just take a cut of what
I think if
sells,
he uses
or?
that, Nike still takes the cut. And Nike still has to okay what he's able to use it with, that kind of thing. So, kind of weird how that partnership has dissolved a little bit. And he's with a new, at least, apparel company. But Nike still owns his
I wonder what
RF logo.
happened with that.
I don't know.
The falling out there.
I mean, Uniqlo obviously threw the book at him in terms of, what they could offer him. So, I mean, a big contract. His contract was over with Nike, but Nike still owns his logo. So that's kind of weird. But going back to this match had everything that a tennis aficionado could have wanted and would have wanted. I mean, you saw some of the best shots. You saw some of the best serve returns. You saw some of the highest speed returns. I think the highest one was probably from Djokovic. I think he had a serve at about 126 miles per hour. Just incredible tennis, man.
Yeah.
And Roger, the question I have, and I think everybody in the world has, is how does a 37-year-old still compete at the caliber that Federer is competing at? It's amazing to see him, especially on grass court, because it really slows things down, and it's a whole different momentum thing when you play on a grass court. But it's amazing to see him, 37 years old. I think he's got like 5 kids now. His wife, seeing her put her hands over her face and just seeing her stress and seeing the emotion from Federer, his wife, Djokovic team. Dude, this
his
match.
head with her son with the biggest head I've ever seen on a kid's neck.
Yeah.
You seen that? Oh my goodness! It looked like he was about to squash his neck. His neck looked like a green bean. It was like about around the size of a green bean, and his head was just huge, dude.
Yeah.
It was just like the biggest head I ever seen on a kid.
No, dude, this match had
He
everything.
looked just like Djokovic, though.
Yeah.
You could tell, dude. He was so cute.
That's definitely Djokovic's kid. Yeah.
Hilarious.
And just historic in so many ways, breaking records.
I didn't used to
breaking time
like
records.
Djokovic that much.
I still don't.
Right.
I can appreciate him.
Right.
But I'm still.
Maybe I'm still there too.
Yeah.
Because I was definitely pulling for Federer.
Oh, for sure. I think the world was. Everybody at Wimbledon definitely was. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, for sure. He kind of has that nostalgia, that old nostalgia.
Yeah.
Who else was just like Serena Williams, Venus Williams, any of those old players, that have just been with the sport so long, no matter what country they're from, they get that support.
Right.
They've been great to the game. The tennis fans are great to them, especially at their end of their careers, It's awesome to see. I really love that about tennis.
Yeah. Well, and Djokovic did have the number 1 seed at this tournament. Federer did have the number 2 seed.
He's the better player, guy. He just
is. He is.
He's
got
younger.
The younger legs. Djokovic had been struggling previous years with injuries, that kind of stuff. But I think this is probably the healthiest Djokovic has been in years. Federer's health is. He even alluded to it after his post match presser. Man, I feel good. This is obviously going to take some time to heal after this match, but I think Nadal's doing pretty well as well. I mean, his knees, dude. Nadal's knees have just been bugging him for years.
Yeah.
So, but these still top 3 people in tennis at this point, and you're seeing everybody still at their peak, even Federer.
Explain to me what happened at the end of the match. The situation where the ball was going out on the side court, and Federer kind of just slapped at it, and it slapped it right into the net.
Yeah.
And then they challenged it. And they called it Federer's way.
Yeah.
And I think he believed it shouldn't have been called his way.
Yeah, no. So here's what happened with that. So that
Explain
rule.
that to me.
So what happened was, so Djokovic challenged it, whether it was in or out.
Okay.
Right, number 1.
Okay.
And then Federer, the reason they called it towards Federer, even though Djokovic actually it went for him, it was because Federer hit the ball after the challenge. Like he had already given up, if that makes sense. So he had already given up and hit it into the net. So instead of like playing it before it was actually called out, or by the line judge, if he would have done it sooner and act like he was playing through it, but he just did a quick shot after the call, like it didn't matter.
Yeah.
That's why he got the call. because it was already after the call had been made.
I didn't understand that.
So it's pretty weird how that worked.
But then did you notice immediately?
So they had to replay the point.
Yeah, but did you notice right after Roger just hit it into the stands? He home run the thing.
Yeah, well, I think it was just a miss hit.
No.
Yeah.
No.
It was a rim shot.
No way.
Totally.
There's not. Dude, look at me and Roselle ran it back 10 times and
Really?
agreed. He home run the thing. A guy that good at tennis is going to hit the ball that bad.
It happens.
It looked to me, not with Roger.
It happens.
No, with Coco Gauff.
No.
At 15, okay. Right now with Roger.
Rim shots happen.
That did not look like he did it on he looked like he did it on purpose. It looked like he was just over it. He knew that he shouldn't have got the call and that's it. End the match.
No,
Have a good one.
I don't think so.
But he never talked about it.
No.
And they never asked him about it.
It was a single point. Yeah, I think it was a rim shot.
I don't think
I really
it was.
do. I do.
I think Mike trouted that
But
thing
to
into
explain the
seats.
call, again, why he got the call was because the call had already been made. Then the challenge happened. But since the call had already been made, it was like kind of an afterthought, an after shot is what you might call it. So after, if it would have been like before the call, like he was actually still playing like live motion, it would have been different. But since it was just kind of a little snap after the call, that's why it went for him where they had to just replay the point.
Okay.
So
All right. Let's move into the Mike Trout situation.
Oh, and real quick,
Yeah, go
Djokovic, most Grand Slam singles titles. Pete Sampras, 14. Djokovic, 16.
Wow.
Nadal,
Yeah,
18. And your boy Federer, 20.
Wow.
So Djokovic is definitely
He's gonna
in
run
the
him down,
conversation. I think he can run Nadal down pretty quick.
Yeah.
It might take him a little while to get to Federer, but he's obviously in the
He's
conversation.
got a little while though. I mean, he's got
Yeah.
6 years to get to the.
Well, so being at 32.
He's 5 years behind Federer right now. 6 years would be a year past him. I think within 6 years, and you can still play good tennis at 38.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Look what Federer's doing. But look, here's I guess the more interesting thing: who's behind Djokovic? Who's really a young up-and-comer that's going to be challenging him? Like, Federer had Djokovic pushing him from a young age. I don't know. What's Nadal at? He's older too, isn't he?
Yeah, Nadal, I think, is 35.
Okay.
34,
so,
35.
But he had a younger guy. So you could say Federer had a younger Nadal pushing him a little bit, and then you had an even younger Djokovic pushing both of them. Who does Djokovic have pushing him?
Not Nick Kyrgios. He's a big name. But in terms of Americans, John Isner.
I'm not even talking about Americans. I just don't even think
like anybody
who's
like,
really
you don't
pushing him like that.
Yeah, I don't think
the two guys that are pushing Djokovic are going to be done before he's done. So it feels like he's about to just go on a run.
right?
Start ripping
Just
off.
run the score.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you have the rivalries that you had. I mean, you had Roddick coming up, you had Agassi going out, you had Sampras obviously holding strong. And then you transitioned into the Federer and Nadal era, Djokovic. I don't really see any big stars.
And that's why I was asking you, because I know you follow the sport a little more than I do, but I don't know of any, who's kind of next or who's next on the horizon.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see, man. I think it'll be, especially for the next 5 years, it'll be interesting to see what Djokovic does from 32 to 37 and where Federer kind of bows out. Does he go 3 more years to 40? Is he done after another year? It doesn't. It feels like he shouldn't be done anytime soon because he's continuing to be in the finals.
Still look good.
But we'll see. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah. We'll see.
I said let's move along to the Mike Trout situation. I meant the Angels situation. I was looking at a photo of Mike Trout. We have some clips here, or a clip from his press conference after the game the other day. But I wanted to break this down and go into this topic because I thought, for one, we didn't get to talk about Tyler Skaggs passing away last episode. We just had a ton of other stuff we were trying to cover.
Right.
But number two, what this meant. I mean, how cool was this? If you don't know what we're talking about, Tyler Skaggs was a pitcher for the Los Angeles Angels. He passed away in Texas a couple weeks ago. I think it was on July 1st or 2nd, somewhere around there.
Something like that, yeah.
And he passed away over there unexpectedly.
Yeah.
I think
him unresponsive that next morning.
Did they say autopsy or announce the cause?
I think autopsy usually takes 3 to 4 weeks at least.
saw all the players after the game, like a lot of players they had talked to after the game were wearing those K cancer shirts. But I didn't know if that was tied in with anything there. Maybe we can talk to, we can ask Kirby, but I want to play, before we get Kirby on the phone, I want to play this clip from Mike Trout, just talking about what the game meant.
Yeah.
The Angels, and he'll kind of break it all down here, but let's just let Trout talk, and then we'll kind of react, and we'll get Kirby on the phone.
We kind of got together in Texas, talked to Billy. We're trying to figure out the best way to, honor him. And, we thought that the group, our team, should, wear Skags and the number 45 on their back. And we all agreed on that and think that's the best way we could honor him. And, everybody going out there and showing the support to his family, to Carly, to Debbie. You can't make this stuff up. We were just talking about it in there. It's scored 7 runs in the first, ended with 13. Tyler's birthday is 7/13. His birthday tomorrow. 13 runs, 13 hits. Obviously tomorrow's the 13th, so it's just stuff you can't. Like I said, tonight was in honor of him, and he was definitely looking over us tonight, and he's probably up there, saying we're nasty, and just what an unbelievable game to be a part of. Like I said, it was just I'm speechless. I can't. This is the best way possible to honor him tonight, and it was pretty crazy.
There you go.
Wow.
Mike Trout, clearly emotional.
Clearly.
So if you didn't kind of catch that, or if you don't know what happened, after he'd passed away, they went to honor him at their very first home game. The Angels came back home, went to honor him. They all wore the Skags 45 jerseys. They had a 45 stamped into the mound. His mom came out and threw out the first pitch, which was a dime right down the middle, dude.
Yeah.
She's a softball coach. Did you know
really?
that? Yeah, she grew up like an elite level softball coach, and she is what helped formulate his love for baseball.
Wow.
It came from her. So super cool, dude.
And if anybody ever questioned where Tyler's
athleticism,
skill came from,
right?
Go watch that pitch.
That was fire.
That was a heater.
No doubt.
The form was even great.
She killed it.
Yeah.
And just like Mikey said, I mean, all the stuff that fell into place. Not only the 45 jerseys, not only the 45 on the mound, the mom throwing out the first pitch, which ended up being perfect. The perfect game. Throwing the perfect game. Not only the fact they scored 7 runs in the first, 13 runs of finish, all the 13. Tomorrow's the 13th, his birthday.
For the 13th?
Dude, all this stuff, if you wrote this into a Hollywood script, people might call it corny.
Yeah.
Twitter would be like, this is insane. This is so unrealistic, it's not even possible.
Right.
They might. This is some of the corniest writing ever because it's so impossible. And the fact that this happened in real life, in sport, we say it a million times, and I'll say it again on this show. Sports are the greatest reality show in the world. And this is the reason why. Who could predict this? The kind of emotions that this brings out of people is something that's just unexplainable. Because what happened is so unexplainable. Mm-hmm. It's like, how does that work? Yeah. And that right there is kind of whether you're religious or not, whether you believe in God or you believe in your own faith or whatever you have, it makes you believe in something. Yeah. It makes you feel like there's something else going on. Angels in the outfield, if you will.
Totally.
You know what I mean?
That's exactly.
Right. It's just
Tyler Skaggs in the outfield.
Dude, it was crazy, man.
Yeah.
That if that ain't Angels in the outfield, I don't know what is. For real though. That should be made into a documentary, like called Angels in the Outfield.
Totally. I'm gonna start doing the flying wings.
Yeah, I'm gonna start calling you Al.
Yeah.
Just call me Al.
No doubt.
Dude, it was great. Let me hit up Kirby, dude. Let me get Kirby on the phone. Again, if you missed the beginning of the show, we're going to get Jeff Kirby on. He is I think he's a producer or he works in some kind of production in the LA sports area. He does a ton of different sports games. And I wanted to get him on the show and talk to him about what he does because I want to find that out selfishly. Yeah. And I've always wondered that. And I also want to talk to him about being in the building and the emotion and everything that was going on here on Friday night.
Yeah.
Let me see. Yes. Look at he just hit me. Still going to happen. Don't worry. I'm calling you right now, Curbs. All right, let me get
this guy's busy. He's busy in the front office.
I know. He's got 15 kids. Gotta probably take them all over the place.
Yeah, no doubt.
Oh, what if he's in a meeting now?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh, that's the worst, huh?
Hello?
Kirby, what's good, man?
Yo.
What's going on, gentlemen?
Dude, I wanted to bring you on the show today. I know that we've never met in person. We've never even really talked on the phone. So this is kind of cool. I just seen you on social media and shit, but I was like, man, I got to reach out to this guy. This is something incredible happened on Friday night, and you were in the building. Not only were you in the building, but you were working the event. So before we get to what happened and Tyler Skaggs and the Angels and all that stuff, I want to tell you hi and good morning, and thank you for joining us. And I also want to ask.
It's a pleasure, and it's an honor to join you guys. So I appreciate you having me on.
Hell yeah! My first question is, what the hell do you do over there, bro? What do you do for a job? Because I see you at all kinds of sporting events. I'm jealous as shit.
Yeah.
You should be. I'm living the dream, man. Like I don't know how I fell into this job. I was an English major in college.
Nice.
I worked at a bank when I graduated for 6 months, and my buddy was like, "Hey, I'm working on the TV show Survivor, and do you want to join me?" And I was hating the bank, so I said, "Sure, man." So I transcribed for that show for 3 seasons, and then wanted something that wasn't a 3-month job, because you're reality TV, you work your butt off for 3 months and then you immediately look for a new job. And so sports has always been the thing I've wanted to get in on. I've, played sports my whole life and knew I wasn't going to play for a living. So I've always been trying to find a way to be involved in sports and get paid to do so. And I lucked into an internship at Fox Sports West 15 years ago. And turned it into a full-time job. So now what I essentially do, I've been traveling with a few teams, the Anaheim Ducks and the Los Angeles Angels in particular, for the last, I think, since 2008.
Wow.
So I'm on the team charter. I'm flying with the guys, and I'm not hanging out with the dudes in my free time or anything like that.
Sure.
But I see a lot more than the average person gets to see, and as a big sports fan, like there's nothing better, And so my main job though is I'm an EVS operator. An EVS machine is basically a proprietary device that we can record 4 cameras at a time. And we're clipping off plays and clipping off various video elements and interviews and that sort of thing. And then we can also edit, similar to using Final Cut Pro or something along those lines. But on this device, we can edit things together in a linear fashion and make music videos and rollouts and highlight packages and all the stuff that you see that's not live during a broadcast. That's exactly what we are building and playing out on the air for the viewers at home.
Dope, man. How long have you had that job doing? You said EDS operator.
Yeah, EVS.
EVS.
V as in Victor.
Got it.
Some people even just call it an Elvis because it sounds so similar.
Right.
But I've done that since 2009.
Wow.
So 10 years now. I travel for college football for Fox. I'm freelance, so I work for any company that'll have me. And at this point, I say no to a lot more people than I say yes to because I just get asked all the time. And there's so much, LA is like the sports hub.
Of course.
We have multiple teams in every sport, college, high school, everywhere. So, there's so much work around here, but I also travel the country doing it because the money's just incredible doing that. So,
dude, I can totally appreciate that because as a guy that had an internship at Fox Sports Rocky Mountain here in Denver, I was running camera for the post game show when Joel Klatt, big Fox college football Joel Klatt, totally. He had just came out of CU. Man. And he was actually hosting a radio show that went on after me. We were working at the same sports talk radio station, and then he would be over at Fox Sports Rocky Mountain doing postgame and pregame for the Rockies. I would be over there running camera. He was getting paid for everything. I was getting paid for nothing because he was Joel Klatt and I was nobody. And I was jealous then too, but it was fun, man. I wish I would have stuck with my internship there, but I had an opportunity to make a little bit of money and do sports talk full time, and that's really what I wanted to do. But looking back, I probably could have gone farther in the television and made a little bit more substantial money quicker because radio just takes longer to make money.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're not somebody that needs to have your face or your voice on TV, and there's so many options for you. I mean, you as soon as you want to be quote unquote talent, you're limiting yourself. So, but you guys are on your way up, So you'll get there, man. You'll get there.
For sure.
But Joel Klatt, that guy goes to my church in Southern California now.
Oh, really?
He's awesome.
Dude, super cool guy, right?
Too.
Yeah, exactly. Super cool, totally. Super humble, good on TV. Looks good, great hairpiece. Joel's killing it, dude.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so let's get into the game and what happened and everything the other night. Were you guys just all blown away in the truck as you're watching this unfold? Were you guys high-fiving? What was the energy like?
Yeah, man, it's hard because it's like, when you're in the truck, we're just in a 50-foot trailer, like out by the dumpster, like we're there, but we're not really there. Like I envy the people, the camera operators and the stage managers and the announcers like that get to sit in the actual open air stadium and experience the energy.
Sick.
But you still, like when everything happens, we're working, we're building, our director was directing that scene, with tears like in his eyes, and you could hear it in his voice. And he is one of the most energetic and upbeat guys you've ever met. And he actually got quieter because he was just so emotional, but still in control. Like it's a really tough thing to do. But, I guess you got to go back to when Tyler Skaggs passed away a week and a half before. Like I go on about half of the road trips with the team, and I didn't happen to be on this one where they went to Texas and Houston because I did the 2 before that, and it's a long time, and I got 3 kids and a wife at home, so I try to split up my travel as much as possible. But the team left, and the next day, the first day in Texas, my coworker texts me and said, "Hey guys, I just want to let you know that Tyler Skaggs was found, dead in his hotel room." And I've been in that hotel many times. I could picture the rooms, and it was unfathomable. Like I didn't understand how that was possible. And we still don't even know how it happened. There's been zero news about other than what it wasn't, And so apparently we won't find out about that till probably after the season when all the reports are done. But irregardless, one of the most, upbeat, positive guys. Like if the best way to describe him, he's the kid in high school that's your class clown. Like with all the guys, he's always kind of the glue. Mike Trout's a leader, and Albert Pujols is a leader on that team.
Right.
But they do it in their own way. He was the vocal, guy, getting people dressed up in silly gear, going on road trips, and always pumping guys up and hugging and doing the floss dance in the dugout. Like he's just a little like a kid. He was still like a kid at heart, but a heck of a baseball player. And so it was just crazy. And it was weird for me because I was away. So I'm watching all this news, and my friends that I work with on a day-to-day basis to cover this team, I'm watching them, on TV break down as they're, talking through the news conference and all that kind of stuff. And I was on vacation with my family. So I was like, almost felt like I couldn't be with my own kids and wife because it just didn't know how to deal with the emotion that I was feeling. And, it was crazy. It was a crazy last few, like 10 days until they finally got home and the All-Star break was over. And we all knew going into Friday that this was a game we had to bring our A game. We knew there was going to be a ceremony for Skaggs before the game. But that was all we knew. And I came going, whatever I'm asked to edit today, I'm going to have a positive attitude, and I want to do my best because, that's what the moment deserves. And that's what the people at home deserve, and the team and family and all that kind of stuff. And I don't think any of us would have assumed that the story would have unfolded the way it did, because you can't. Like it was a movie, like it was Remember the Titans, but the baseball version. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what I said right before I brought you on, dude. I was like, if they would have wrote this into a Hollywood script, Twitter would have destroyed it as corny. Like, This is impossible. This never could happen. What are you guys doing? And the fact that it did in real life is why sports are the greatest, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, his best friend on the team, Andrew Heaney, is another pitcher. He said the exact same thing the next day after the game. He's like, if I went to that movie in the theater, I would have walked out saying that's BS.
Yep.
Like, there's no way that happens that way. But as the game's unfolding and we're working it, I mean, everyone was just focused is the best way I could put it. We knew there was the perfect game going on until the walk. And because of the fact that they had an opener, so a guy pitched the first 2 innings and then another guy came in. So it's not quite the same attention that a normal perfect game or
right.
no-hitter gets with one pitcher.
Yeah.
but you still are going, God, based on the night, like, this is crazy. I mean, when Trout hit the home run, first pitch of his at bat, you're like, Mike Trout's an incredible player already. So it wasn't like overly shocking. So you're just like, of course he would. Like, it was a Babe Ruth calling his shot moment. You're like, he's coming up for his buddies, first game home. Like, I'm not surprised at all that he just blasted a 454-foot homer.
That's the guy I want too, dude. If there's anyone I want to hit a homer, if there's one guy I could select, it's Trout, dude. Yeah, Trout is just Trout's the man.
It's insane. I'm an Oakland A's fan, as you probably know from my Twitter.
Right.
I'm a Sharks fan and A's fan, and I cover two of my rivals every single day, and I have to be around these guys all the time, and I cannot take my heart out of my fandom. And so it's like I'm wanting to root against all these dudes and hate them all the time, because I'm like, I hope you lose every game, but I'm around you and I'm getting paid to do this, and I get to see the human side of all these guys too, you know? So you, as much as you want to, like, you don't want them to beat your team, you also see them as people, and you want to cheer for them. And like, Mike Trout there's no one could ever call him a bad guy. He's just a normal dude, and you know, just so genuine. And I've never seen a guy sit and sign for kids, like 3 seconds before he walks out to bat. Like, he does it every single day. He makes some kid's day every single day. And we have so many shots of kids that get a quick autograph and run back to their parents, you know, and cry or jump up and down. Like, it's that emotion level of sports is what, you know, brings us back every single day. And he delivers.
I wish
ever question it. The only athlete I've ever seen that's on his level in terms of delivering with the fans is Teemu Selanne, one of the nicest human beings of all time. And we would get into hotels at 2 a.m, and usually players are like, you know, there's autograph seekers outside a hotel at 2 a.m, and they're wanting to go to bed. Most guys just walk by and don't even look at them. Teemu would walk over and sign every single time for every single guy. Wow. And even up till his last year when he's 41 years old or whatever he was playing, you know? So there's some good guys out there in sports. You get the bad news all the time, but there's a lot of good guys out there, man. And I hope that everyone gets lucky enough to meet them one day. But
yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I see Mike Trout as just kind of that just kind of all-American guy, you know, from Millville, you know, that just wants to love everybody.
Head down,
and,
super humble,
just
grinds.
Super down, that home style kind of atmosphere that he creates, and just he doesn't want to be the poster child for the MLB. He's even said that before. You know, you have your Bryce Harpers and, you know, the face of the league. Mike Trout doesn't want to do that. He wants to go to work every day. He wants to perform like a madman, do his best, put his best foot forward, and do the right things. And a lot of that I feel like is that home style attitude. You know what I mean? That small town kind of, like, I'm a baseball player and I grew up from baseball. That's what I know. That's what I do. And here I am. You know, no more than that.
The big thing for me has always been when a guy is real.
Yeah.
You know, like, I hate seeing guys that have their shtick or they try to act a certain way, and as soon as they're away from the camera or the crowds, they're total opposite.
Yeah.
And there's plenty of dudes like that. Mike Trout is the opposite. Like, he doesn't want to be the face unless that him being the face means I get to go out and play baseball. I get to sign for every fan because I remember what it was like to be a kid and want your autograph of your favorite player. And if you guys take all those moments that I'm going to do on my own every day, then feel free to make me the face, but I'm not going to be someone different and go get in front of the camera and act like a goofball because everyone wants to think it's funny and make a big deal about it. You know, like, he's just going to be the guy he is no matter what. And you got to respect that.
Yeah.
Kirby, to wrap this up here, man, we got to finish with the Peloton bike. You and I have been talking about this a lot, and not only do have we talked about it a lot, when I actually DM'd you, because I don't have your number or anything, so I just had to DM you through Twitter, like, yo, can we get you on the show today? And when I DM'd you, I had these long messages about Peloton that you had written me, and I had never responded back, but I definitely read them, and before I ended up trying to do this podcast full time, I was ready to buy that bike, but that kind of paused me because I had to put my money in different areas to try to get the show going. But I am still really wanting to check out that bike. And now that I see your kids are on the bike, I'm like, what am I doing here?
Yeah.
How crazy is that?
That's so cool, dude.
Yeah. Dude, my almost 9-year-old, she sees my wife wakes up every single morning and rides at 5 a.m. because she can ride before anyone gets up. The kids are up at 7. She has time to ride, get her shower and makeup on, and then start her day. I can't get up that early. It's just not going to happen because I work games pretty much every night. We're not getting home till 11 or 12 o'clock. Yeah. I got to make it work when I make it work, and I just found a way to make it work each day. But my daughter, she's been at, and she's one of those kids who wants to try something new, whenever she gets a chance, just to say she's done it. And so she's been asking us, and we're like, you're 8 years old. You go to gymnastics like 3 days a week for 10 hours a week. You get plenty of exercise. We don't need to act like you need to get your cardio on, each day. And she's like, I don't care. I want to try it. And so now that her feet are getting so big, she can fit in my wife's, the bicycling shoes that clip into the clips. And so my wife's like, hey, just let her try my shoes and let her try one of the easy classes with one of the people that don't curse, and see how it goes. And so we let her, and then every day she has asked us to do it.
Wow.
And we have not we have not pushed it whatsoever. If anything, we've deterred her from it, but she wants to, and she has so much fun. And she tells us after, I did Emma's class and I do every song. And, we see her little calorie count on there. It's pretty fun, man. It's a trip.
It's super cool. And it sounds like, obviously this has been a worthwhile investment for you, because it's not only for you, it's for your whole family now. Yeah. You guys are all jumping on the thing, getting use out of it. What does it cost per month? What's the subscription cost per month? And then what's the cost of the bike?
Yeah, I was doing the gym, like 24-hour fitness for years, and I'd go off and on and stuff. So what I was spending, like, between kids club with the kids there and then driving over and the monthly payment, it's like $60 a month for the gym at the end of the day. And my wife was like, well, I want to get something so we can start working out at home, because whenever I'm traveling, she's stuck here with the kids. And she can't go down the street to the gym or anything unless she's going to pay to have them at the kids club. So her friend was telling her about Peloton, and so we just jumped in. We just bought it outright. It was, I think it's $2,100.
Wow.
Or you can do like a 40-month or a 39-month payment plan, where it turns out to be about $50 a month. But the big thing that you got to know is you're going to pay $39 a month for the subscription, as long as you have it. And the bike is amazing. It's the most comfortable. I was never like a bike rider or spin class guy at all.
That's me too. That's me too.
Yeah.
I never tried it once, and never even thought about trying it, to be honest. But my wife and I did like one of those Soul Cycle classes a couple weeks ago when we were out of town. And the Peloton bike is 10 times more smooth than any bike that you're on at one of those cycling classes. It's so comfortable. The screen is beautiful, and it just works so well. But the biggest thing is the instructors. Like, if you're not using the subscription, you're not going to get on there and just ride on your own. And if you are, you're not going to accomplish much, because you just can't push yourself without somebody helping you along the way, So the final price ends up being, if you do the monthly payments, it's like $90 a month, I think, until you pay off the bike. And if you buy it outright, it's $39 a month for the subscription. But the big thing is that you can add all your friends, and you have access to the app. And the app has every class that they offer, from bike, running, yoga, strength training, stretching, everything. And you can use that like on your iPad or your iPhone. And you can add basically as many friends as you want to that, and they can use the app for free.
Wow. Dang, that's crazy.
Huge. I've added so many of my friends, and then they're just like at home doing their own thing, using like the strength training or running classes on there.
Wow, that's cool.
That's super cool.
That's kind of like what we do with YouTube TV. Same kind of thing, right? You just have multiple people that you can add to.
The same thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Totally.
That's super cool, man.
Yeah. And the music, they've been having this issue with one of the record labels or something. They weren't paying for their rights, so some of the classes of the on-demand classes have gone away because of those music rights, but apparently they're working on it. And the music in class, that they have you riding at the beat of the music, and that gets like your workout so much better, especially when it's music that you really love. You know what I mean?
I think we could all relate to that. If you ever go for a run, you're trying to find some music that's good for you to run, because you can kind of run to the music and it enhances the workout. I totally agree with that. Yeah, it's dope. I'm definitely still looking into it, man. I'm hoping we can just get a sponsorship for the cast over here and get our fat
I mean, when
asses
I
in
run,
shape.
I just run to your guys' podcast these days, though.
Oh, let's go.
Wow, all right.
I swear, man, I got an hour to run. I'm like, all right, I better have at least an hour left on this. That's why when people were saying you guys need to cut it down, I'm like, come on. Then I can only run once or twice a week. I'm going to flow through these things.
Right.
We got to keep this up, man, for Kirby.
Oh, shit.
This is important here.
Dude, well,
Hey,
go
real
ahead.
quick about
Yeah.
the Patreon. I was going to comment on YouTube, and I've been behind, man. I apologize. But what is the $10 only the highest option?
So that's one thing I think people are confused on. Yeah. There's on the tier where you can just give whatever you want. People can just donate whatever they would like.
Okay.
You don't have to be, subscribed. So I have some people that they're doing the $10 thing, then they want to donate more, or they just want to donate to the show. They don't really care about what they're getting from it. People can donate any amount they want. Mm-hmm. So yeah, you can just, whatever you want to do, you can do. You can sign up for any tiers, multiple tiers, whatever, man. It's kind of up to you.
Okay, cool. All right, that's great. Because I was going to say, like, you got to have an option higher, just even for people that just want to support more.
I think
because I was ready to hop on there and grab that $25 one or $50 whatever.
Right?
Because I want to see you guys keep going, not just because I want all the exclusive stuff that comes with it, but a lot of guys out there just want to keep supporting it. So
that's exactly what we were thinking too, man. So I think maybe we kind of sold ourselves short a little bit and not. And I think a lot of people don't know that you can just give whatever. So maybe we do need to create a new tier to put that in front of people's face.
Yeah, for sure.
They can.
We're just two humble guys trying to do what we want, man, and try to motivate others, to get outside of what they're doing. Like if you're not happy doing what you're doing, man, try it. Start today. That's kind of always been our mantra. And, I think we were probably a little lacking confidence as to what this does for people in their lives. And it's hard. It's hard to think about that,
plus you don't want to overvalue yourself either.
Right.
You don't want to be like, oh yeah, it's hard. It's hard to tell us how much value you're adding to someone's life. That's only a price that they can put on that.
Yeah, totally.
And so maybe we should have done that. Maybe we should have had a value-based tier. Yeah. Where it's like, yo, you can donate whatever value this is bringing to your life.
Totally. Yeah.
But that's great feedback.
Almost like a 10 plus option where, hey, you're going to get all these exclusives that the $10 guys get, but if you want to give more because you want to support, feel free.
For sure. That's a great point, man. I think that's something we'll definitely have to talk about after the show today.
Yeah, no doubt.
Cool.
Thanks for the feedback, brother.
Hey, dude, thank you for coming on, man. We might have to get you on again just because of your knowledge and sports stuff that we talk about and all the stuff that's going on there. Anything out on the West Coast. So definitely might have to get you on again if that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, I cover hockey all during the fall, through winter.
Cool.
And then I jump on baseball full time always in April. But hockey, and then I'm traveling. I work on the Fox college football crew with Tim Brando and Spencer Tillman.
Okay.
So I'm doing a Fox Saturday college football game every week. So yeah, man, whatever. I'm into pretty much all of it, but certainly if you want to talk Bay Area sports, those are the ones that I'm paying the most attention to, and the LA sports are the ones that I'm around the most. So
real quick, what are you doing with the Raiders moving to Vegas? Are you still just a Raider fan from afar?
Oh yeah. Dude, I don't know how, like, even when the Chargers moved to LA, everyone around here that I know that's a Charger fan, is like, fuck them. I'm done with that team, and I don't even know how you do that. 'Cause even when I've tried ever in my life, when the Raiders have been god awful, I've tried to like somebody else, and then my heart, I'm just going back and reading articles about the Raiders all the time. You know what I mean? Like you can't do it.
Right.
So and furthermore, Oakland is a shithole.
It is.
Break it to everybody.
Yeah.
But that stadium is
the
trashiest stadium in any way. And I'm a fan of both teams that play there. I wish I was so happy when the Raiders are moving because they're getting a new stadium and they're going to a place where they don't have state taxes. So it's another way you can sell players on coming to your team.
Totally.
I hope the A's move too, and I'd love to see them go to Portland or somewhere else where they can actually be supported, because getting a new stadium in Oakland to me does not equal more fans coming to the game. Whoop-de-doo, you got a new stadium that you're now spending $1 billion for, but that doesn't mean that there's a bunch of people who are going to show up suddenly,
Maybe initially for the hubbub of it, but yeah, it'll die back down to what it is now,
Yeah.
I totally agree.
There's so much sports in that area. Like it's oversaturated.
Yeah.
I think you have the fans. The fans are the fans, and you want to try to get kids out to start growing more fans. But, new stadium isn't bringing the average Joe out because they're going to complain that it costs too much money to go in the first place. So
last thing, did you put your tickets down or your deposit down for season tickets for the Raiders in Vegas?
No.
Oh,
I
man.
would love to, man, but I work too much, dude. I can't be going to Raider games in Vegas unless I'm taking my kids.
Here's what you do.
Guy.
Guy.
Make an event out. You know what, too? I make because of connections, I go to so many games for free that it's really hard for me to pay to go to a game now.
True. I got my down more because I'm looking at it as an investment opportunity because it's only 8 games.
Oh, yeah.
I can definitely sell 7 games because I'll fly out there. I'll see the Broncos once a year with my homies, and then I'll sell the other 7 games. That's kind of how I'm looking at it. If I can get lucky enough to get chosen.
Yeah.
And like you said, it's only 8 games. Like people that are thinking they're not going to sell out every single one are kidding themselves.
Nuts.
It's going to be an event. When random artists has-been artists are out there playing concerts and people are traveling across the country to go to those, same thing is going to happen for 8 football games a year.
Yeah.
I would venture to say that it might end up being a little bit bad for the Raiders because you have so many visitors coming to every single game because everyone's made an event that their team playing in Vegas.
Right. I'm just trying to
I could see that point, but then look at the Vegas Knights. It hasn't turned in that way at all for them. Like
Not
that place is
too much supply though.
with
Too much
Vegas
supply.
Knights
Too many
fans.
games. Not the same. Only 8 home games there. Like we talked about. I mean, it's the supply is super limited. If you want to see your team there, there's not a lot of time to do it. I could just see when the Rams play there, a lot of Rams fans come. When the Chiefs play, a lot of Chiefs fans come. When the Broncos play, a lot of Broncos fans. I just see it being that. Maybe it won't. I don't know. That's kind of what I see from the way I love Vegas and the way I know what I want to do when my squad's playing there.
I'm trying to get season tickets just so I can go for Aerosmith because when Aerosmith does a residency for the Raiders, I'm in. I'm 1,000% in.
Why are they big? What's the connection there?
No connection. I just think you got to think who are some of the biggest bands of all time that might have a Raiders residency? To think about the Def Leppard's, the Aerosmith, who could they do to have some sick residencies at the Oakland Raiders Stadium in Vegas? They could do so much cool stuff with that.
That'd be a lot of people every night, but I know it's not that big. Did you see it only holds 65,000? Kirby?
Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's
not that big.
I thought it was even less than that.
It might be.
All right, they might have to do a Christina.
In the 40s, to be honest.
In the 40s, shit.
They might have to do a Christina Aguilera residency then. Can't be too big.
Christina Aguilera.
Yeah, no
as
doubt.
Jay-Z says.
That's just what you want, Dal.
Hell yeah! Don't tell Robin. The love tank's at an ultimate high right now.
I can't wait to hear about it tomorrow, man.
Oh shit! All right, dude. Well, we'll let you go, man. We took up plenty of your time, but thanks for joining us, dude. Great conversation, and we'll chat again soon.
Thanks, brother.
Yeah, text me anytime, man. Let me know if you ever want to talk about something on or off the air.
Will do, bro. Thank you.
Love it.
Appreciate it, boys. Take care.
All right, too. There he is, dude. The homie Jeff Kirby.
The man.
Joining us on the hotline. I need to get a sponsor for this hotline. So
I was a little jealous of his job. That sounds pretty cool.
Little.
Gets a little creative control, gets a little travel, gets to spend time with his family. I think sounds like a pretty good balance. I'm in.
Little jealous. Super sick, dude.
A lot jealous.
Yeah, if this show goes in the can, I'm going to be hitting Kirby.
I'm calling Kirby.
Kirby
and I are best friends.
West Coast.
Stringer's got his best friend, Fail Beast. We got our best friend, Kirby.
I'm going to have to move to the West.
No
this
doubt.
show goes in the toilet. That's it. You don't hear from me again. I'm moving out to the West.
Yeah.
Falling off the grid.
Yeah, I'm off the grid. I'm off social media. I'm
Fine.
off everything.
You go to the West. I'm just moving to the country. I'm going to eat a lot of peaches.
I see.
Okay.
No one else gets that, Dow.
Fair enough. I know Stringer doesn't.
Oh, did I just click the sound in the studio again? I got to reconnect the iPad. Dude, that was great. That was a great conversation. It was exactly what I wanted, man.
We got to see his passion. He got to see it first eyes, even though it was a trailer truck.
Who knew he was riding on the chartered flights?
Wow.
That is ill. He just flies out with the team.
He says he doesn't get to hang out
awesome.
with the team a lot, but he's flying out with them. That's
Still cool,
man.
dude. Dream come true. Guy was working at the bank.
Yeah.
Nuts.
What'd you do last week? Oh, I flew out with the Angels, man. We had a 3-game roadster, in Texas. I don't know. No big deal.
A 3-game roadster. No big deal.
Roadster. That's all I could think of on the fly.
That is right there. That's exactly you and Roselle.
Yeah.
Instead of a 3-game roadie,
Yeah.
instead of a 3-game road trip,
Roadster.
which is a car. That's
Yeah.
fine. No one else actually refers to
Roadster.
it as a roadster, except Dow.
Take that L on the way out.
All
It's too good.
Robin's gonna love that. She thinks it's cute. Love tank again. Hi.
Let's go into sneakers and fashion here.
Yeah.
I don't even know if there's any fashion today. Is there some fashion? No, there's some Supreme
no.
though.
There's a little bit of Supreme.
Wait, Dow got some
my
Supreme.
I got some Supreme.
Dow got.
I'm so confused because all over Instagram right now, everyone's like, Supreme is closed. They closed down the site.
Season's done. Yeah.
You can't buy anything anymore. So it's just,
What do you want to start with first?
I guess my most recent purchase, I was able to get that bass lure in, which I love. I want to go fishing. I'm a big fishing guy. I don't get to go very often, but Mueller and he's my fishing buddy. So I thought
We got to get the Supreme kayak from somebody. So we can be out in the Supreme kayak with
Go
the bass
down.
fishing.
Gotcha.
Go down the Platte River.
Yeah, in the Platte over there.
That won't be cheesy
Do
because
some
we're actually doing
whitewater
it.
rafting.
Oh, dude, in the Platte, it's kind of dangerous. Guys.
I know.
We were just there the other day shooting photos, and that thing is raging. Some
Yeah.
whitewater.
I think all we're gonna catch in there is needles and turds.
You might have to put on the Supreme racing helmet.
I need the Simpson racing helmet. I need a fire retardant suit. I need
Who's got the kayak though? Who's got the kayak? Who wants to let us use the kayak for some content for CTF's featured footage?
Do you have the? You should contact the re-up. See if they got the kayak.
They don't, but I thought you guys could buy the kayak.
Well, we had somebody that we made an offer of $220 or $225 locally here. It's a company that used to be in business here. Long story short, they closed their doors and they have some stuff that they want to get rid of. They were offering us some pretty good prices, and then I think the owner of this product, because we were working with somebody who was working for them, and once the owner kind of got as we got bundle prices thrown at us, the owner got a little involved and said, "Hold on, let's throw a
whoa.
So I was able to buy something from him, and I'll show you that in a second.
I know Notorious has one. I don't know, or they had one at least.
Think they'd let us borrow it? We don't want to buy
borrow it.
We just want to borrow it.
Yeah, we just want to borrow it.
No,
Yeah,
you gotta buy it, man. If you're gonna do that type of rafting, of course you're gonna have to buy it. Are you serious?
Guys, it's not in the budget right now, okay?
It's not the budge, but let me get this lure here. It's got a sick ass treble hook on it too.
Chris told me he got a couple. I got all the colors. Was there
Did he?
multiple?
There was just two.
Oh, okay.
There was the orange green tiger. I think it's called it's called the Daredevil lure. But this one is the fire tiger color.
Are you going to use this, or is this staying in the packaging?
I'm going to use this one.
Oh,
I just hope I don't lose it, because when you're fishing, man, you get caught up in some rough, dude. Not good.
Line
all of a
breaks.
sudden, you have to cut your line loose. You lose the lure. This was an expensive lure. I think retail on it was $20. And I bought something else. I can't remember what I got with it, but you have the $10 shipping for everything. So, damn near a $30 lure.
Well,
Which seems ludicrous.
if you have to rebuy this is the only lure you're gonna have to pay resale for.
$30?
Well, after shipping, but
That's lure, Chris.
it's lure. Lure, Chris. Oh, dude, when I walked out of before I made the trip to the cast, I walked out of my room this morning just to grab the stuff, throw it in the car, and head to the cast. I was walking out, and Robin's like, what do you got, babe? Because she always wants to know what I'm taking to the show. And I regretfully showed her, because I knew what type of reaction I was going to get.
Showed her this?
Yeah, I showed her this, and I showed her the axe that we're about to show here. And I'm like, I'm taking these things. She's like, oh, my God, babe. You are wasting your money.
Wow.
Oh,
And I'm
damn.
like, what's wrong with buying a fishing lure? She's like, that ain't a fishing lure. That's a Supreme fishing lure. How much did that cost? I said, it's not your business.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Bet you got some good.
Now she'll find out, dude.
Yeah. But like I said, love tank's still high. But she just thinks like I'm a big dork, and I'm not doing it for the hype. We don't do these things for the hype. I'm actually gonna fish with it. I'm looking forward to it. Do you think we'll probably record it? Probably not, because who gives a shit? We're not corny and weird. We just do what we want to do, and that's
we didn't used to, but now that we have the featured footage,
We might have to.
we might have to just start recording everything.
We might have to be corny now, I guess. I don't know.
the featured footage. Yeah, we might have messed up these Patreon tiers. Kirby has me thinking now, guys.
I know.
Regrets.
We can always adjust, but check this out. Supreme stuff is usually pretty small. This lure is a lot bigger than what I thought it would be.
Right.
What do you guys think?
Way bigger. I did
It
not
seems
think.
like your average lure, so I feel
This
like
is
I don't fish a ton, so I don't know.
I looked in my tackle box this
really?
morning.
Oh.
I went through my Abu Garcia reels and went through my tackle box. This is the biggest
Big.
lure I own.
Okay.
This is a pretty big lure. So
Are you sure it's not because of the brand, not because of Supreme?
No, I think no, because Eppinger is who makes a lot of accessories, but I think the lure had to be bigger just so they could write the word Supreme in there. But that's a bigger lure. And then look at the big treble hook. I'd like to switch that hook out. That's a little bigger than what I need. Like
That's huge.
I'm not
dude,
trying
yeah.
to catch no damn 10-foot bass.
You are, guy.
You know,
with that thing.
but I might with this.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hell,
That
I could
thing.
take this deep sea ocean fishing
No shit.
with the hook that size. But I
That
think
might be
there could.
debatable.
I think I would like to customize this lure a little bit to my fishing and what I believe is good fishing. I don't
Colorado
know if this lure is
fishing.
good fishing.
what I believe is good fishing.
I don't know if this lure is good fishing here, but happy to have that, man. I think we should get a kayak and go down the Platte and catch some poop fish
That'd be sick.
for sure.
Carp.
So, second thing,
Yeah.
dude. So I got a 4Runner. Gonna get a rooftop tent. I'm a camper.
Oh my gosh.
Why wouldn't I have a sick ass axe to trim like some kindling, dude, so I can light some sick ass fires when I'm in the? This is it. This is what I need. And then
Will
we
you
can
actually
also.
use this though, or is it just gonna sit in the?
Here's what we're gonna
package in
do.
your man
We're
cave?
gonna do a podcast team builder, and we're gonna go throw some axes. And I'm gonna bring my own axe. I'm gonna bring my own Supreme axe, and that's gonna be a sick team
Dude,
builder.
the
It's gonna be
Renaissance
great for
Fair
your
is going on
TTF
right
featured
now.
footage, and we're gonna have a great time.
Dude, the Renaissance festival is going on right now.
Great. Nobody cares.
They have axe throwing,
Do
ninja
they?
stars,
Will they
knives.
let me throw?
Ninja stars.
Will they? Now, if Supreme came
now
out
we're
with some
talking.
ninja stars,
Now we're talking.
God dang.
Axe throwing ninja stars?
I
Yeah.
would dress up as a ninja turtle.
Knives?
Knife throwing? Oh, dude.
I thought all you could do up there was get chicken legs.
No.
I would dress up as a
Dude,
ninja
I have
turtle.
like bought
Sky.
I bought throwing knives from there before.
Did you buy any ninja stars?
No.
Do you own any?
No.
I'd like to borrow those.
I just own throwing knives.
TTF's featured footage is getting. The ideas are getting unbelievable. All of a sudden.
This episode.
Hey, put this thing in your hand. Put this axe in your hand. Dude, what a great handle.
that
when I
feels good.
first
Feels good quality.
I want to throw it.
Almost chopped down the
Your mic stand?
yeah, almost chopped down my mic stand
Yeah.
in the studio, but
Yeah. Look at the sick cover it comes with.
yeah, that is cool too.
Little snaps on it.
I like this.
Snap your axe in there.
This is
I,
nice.
I heard it's really sharp. I can't wait to take it out of the package. I didn't want to because I didn't want anybody to get hurt on the cast.
Right.
Because then we have to do another tier that says save TTF's middle finger.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean?
No doubt.
what should we throw it at first?
But I like it. So you have the
I love it.
So you have the SUPR on one side,
Mm-hmm.
and then on the back side you have the EME. Mm-hmm. So kind of cool.
Looks good,
man.
dude. I like it. I think it's dope.
Dude, well, and do you know anything about SOG, the brand who
No.
actually makes the
No,
axe?
I was just gonna
SOG
ask.
is really, really good stuff, dude. They have
They're
great
a military brand, right?
You got it. Yeah, military tested, military designed. Great brand. They make a lot of the multi tools that Gerber and some of those
Oh,
other
okay, yeah.
companies.
You
Leatherman
can tell by
would
that
make.
handle, like it's solid, dude.
Done
Super solid.
very, very well. I think probably JJ, when he used to work for Notorious, probably has seen one of these because it's an older
Accessory, yeah.
accessory for Supreme. But no,
Yeah.
I really like it, man. I found the right price on it. Couldn't beat $85, man. I had to cop on that because I think retail was damn near 78. So I almost got this at retail.
Yeah, that's
And
doubt.
right now on StockX they range from either 100, 110, $120. So I'm glad to have it, and I'm glad to have the accessory, and I'll actually be able to put it to use when we go camping. So
thought it was great. That's a great
Is there
deal.
a
85
black one,
bucks.
too?
is there what?
Is there a black one?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
Just the red. So those are the accessories I got. You got any shoes?
I got some shoes. Well, actually,
Don't we have Muzzy shoes?
you got some shoes. Yeah, Muzzy got some shoes.
The Lundmarks.
Is Muzzy selling these, by the way?
He is. So if anybody wants those, hit me or your boy Chai's up. Muzzy's ready to make a good deal. He wants to make as much money as he can, but let us know if you are a size 10
10.
in the Yeezy.
10.
10. Give it a 10. Somebody hit us up
10.
with that. Did you see
Oh,
that?
yeah, dude. It was Kirby.
Oh, yeah. Was it Kirby? Yeah,
It was Kirby. Yeah, with the remake.
Yeah, they're making I don't know if a remake is something I'm interested, man. I need Billy Bob. I need James
Of
Vanderbeek.
course.
I need the whole
Right.
crew. Do
Team.
you know James Vanderbeek just made the news here lately? So he supposedly had, I guess he's got like 5 kids, dude. And I guess they took a flight and they were heading up to Minnesota, had a big old delay, and I guess it was like a 24-hour delay with him and his family, and he made the TMZ news.
What do you do?
All the trials and tribulations of going through the flight delays.
Oh, I thought he like wilded out on someone.
He didn't wild out.
Oh,
Yeah. James is calm.
I know.
cool,
I was gonna
collected.
say that's why it would have been funny.
I'd like to hang out
dude
with
on
that
bath
guy.
salts.
Yeah.
Just wild out. What's going on? Yeah, we got the Lundmarks.
The
man.
Lundmarks. I heard you're going to do a review.
Video's
like
dropping today on them. It's
Okay.
going to be a simple video, just a comparison. What's different between the Lundmarks and the Statics?
Okay.
How do they look? How do they compare? And the reason I'm dropping that video is because I will tell you right now, I don't want to tell you what to do with your money, but I don't think you need both. The shoes are so
That's
similar.
the same shoe.
These shoes are so similar.
Yeah.
This one is a little bit more creamy, but that's what the Static's going to look like after it starts getting dirty and you wash it a few times.
Totally.
This is what it's going to look like with no pull tab.
Yeah. I think the worst part of this shoe for me is actually the window. This looks so dingy and old and dirty. It takes me back to shoes like Jordans. When those translucent soles start to get dirty, start to get yellow, start to get crusty and old, that's exactly what this stripe looks like.
It reminds me of some patent leather that starts yellowing out a little bit.
Yeah.
Or some, on the Jordans, the midsole.
exactly what I
midsole
see.
starts yellowing out a little bit.
Okay, this stitching on the side, on like the original or like the Clays, for example, is it like symmetric or does it go up in like steps? You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do see what you're talking about. I don't know.
I think
That's
it is
like
steps.
throwing me off real hard because that just doesn't look the same.
I don't know for sure, but I'll bet you no pull tab is what's really throwing you off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're used
that
to
too.
having something here in the back. So you're noticing that a lot more.
I like the pull tab better.
What about
I
the
do too.
gray? Is the gray design that kind of like?
And I didn't
is
like the pull
weaved
tab
in?
better when they first started doing that. When they, after the Beluga
Yeah.
1.0 and they started putting pull tabs,
Yeah.
I was like,
I pass.
what are we doing?
But then we got used to
and
it.
got used to the pull tab.
So is this like?
So now this looks weird.
Gray stitching, is that all the same designs on the Static too, or like
Very similar.
similar?
Very.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Jeez, what the hell?
I was going to bring my Static in here today, but I'm going to shoot the video, or I'm going to finish editing the video when I get home and upload it. So it'll be uploaded today. Damn, people have the cast early. If they're on the Patreon, they have the audio for the cast. They can listen to that right away. Then they'll have a sneaker video. Yeah, it just looks like what the Static would look like once it starts to get dirty and you wash it a few times.
Yeah, after
and,
the Static gets dingy and a little
and
older.
You're
that's the
totally
Lundmark.
right. That is the absolute worst part of this shoe.
Worst.
It looks so disgusting.
Yeah.
It just looks like piss yellow.
It's a yellow. It's a stained. It just reminds me of the translucent Jordan soles that start to yellow. It's exactly what it looks like to me.
Couldn't agree more.
And if it had the pull tab, it might make it better, but that's like putting whipped topping on poop.
Yeah, I just think
Sorry we're shitting on it, but
here-
it's just not a fan of it.
here's what I would say. If the OG Static never came out and this was the first time like I had seen anything like this, I'd be like, oh, this is pretty dope.
I might like the shoe, not love the shoe,
It's
but I
not
might
too
like the
bad,
shoe.
you know?
Yeah.
I still wouldn't like, something on the stripe.
The dingy stripe.
But that's the thing about the Static. The Static looks, it's all white.
Yeah.
It's all clean.
Clean.
You know, this is not even close to clean.
Right.
So, I don't know. I personally like the Statics more. And I don't, again, even if you like these more, that's fine. I just don't think you need both. I mean, I think it's almost a waste of money to try to have both.
Right.
Honestly,
Unless you're just the Yeezy god and you need all the Yeezys. If you're like me and you're like, I don't need too much shit that looks similar,
Right.
then
this can't
as
be
far as colorways go,
this can't be too like surprising, I feel like, because if you look at the photo Forbes took of him and all his samples all together, it's insane how many of those shoes just blend in together. It just
Right.
looks like all the same shoes just surrounding
sure.
him. So it's just seeing this, it's just like we're about to see more of this. Like, this is not the end. This is just the beginning.
dude,
It
he's
sounds
keeping his
like.
promise. I mean, everyone that wanted a pair of Yeezys is going to be able to get a pair of Yeezys.
It
That's for
sucks.
sure. But I saw in that article, I said that the Yeezy line's going to do $1.5 billion in revenue this year.
Wow.
Can you imagine that?
I believe it.
That's nuts.
I believe it. I don't know how all of a sudden Yeezys are back because it's still the 350 V2, but the colorways, the little stripe window that's open, I don't know what's doing it, but Yeezys are kind of back. I don't think they're obviously going to make you $400, $500, $1,000 like back in the day,
right.
but they're still selling out. They're doing well. I think people are liking the neutrality of the colors that have been coming out. There's got to be something in there.
No
But
doubt.
once you go neutral, you can only go so far because at this rate, they're starting to all look the same because,
But they're all still selling out.
yeah, but I feel like you just
People
really
are
need
still-
those bright, insane colors to really kind of make a difference in kind of the different shoes that have been releasing because I've seen,
Too bad the McChickens are still the most hated Yeezy, I would argue.
yeah,
Those are bright.
yeah.
Those are wild.
It's a,
They make you
people
want
don't make
McDonald's.
sense, man. Like, it's,
You heard it here from the
Easy,
Ghost
easy.
Fools.
Easy Stringer.
Stringer says,
Okay.
people don't make sense.
When these first shoes came out, it was like a shoe that was coveted by everyone. And I feel like you wanted to stand out when you wanted. Yeah, like you wanted to stand out when you were wearing them. So I just don't get why you wouldn't want a bright-ass color for those shoes, because that's the greatest way to stand out wearing those shoes.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's not a pair for me.
Right.
Yeezys, you know, I could take them or leave them. It's not like I have to have them. Certain colorways that come out with I really like the clays. Certain ones I'm kind of like, they're cool. Certain ones I get and then they grow on me and they become cooler to me. Certain ones I get and then they're like the sesames where I sell them. They don't grow on me at all. They grow away from me.
Right.
Just depends on what it is, man. So I'm not married to Yeezys by any means. Have to have them all.
No Pokemon for you.
No.
You don't have to catch them all?
No.
Anything?
Go ahead.
After seeing that photo, man, I don't think you want all of them at that point, because, like I said, they're all going to end up looking the same at the end of it.
Yeah, for sure.
Outside of that, I think it's a pretty easy or lackluster week of sneaker releases. The 20th, which would be this Saturday, you are going to see the 4-pack of the Pharrell Solar Glides. So the triple black, the triple gray, and the cream, and the triple white. So you will be seeing those drop, and I think there is a little bit of hype behind those. I don't know if it's all colorways. I think Ted got his triple black, the friends and family, was sent to him a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
That obviously created a stir like, oh, Ted's got these? Ted likes these? He arguably says these and the Free Hikers are the most comfortable shoe Adidas has done, at least this year, if not the last couple of years. So I really like mine. I've got 2 pairs. I've got the Chinese New Year joints that came out, and I also have that multicolor, aka
I'm on the
clown.
fence, man. I'm on the fence. I don't like how the mesh crinkles up in the toe.
Have you owned a pair?
Toe box. No. That's why I'm on the fence to even get a pair. I don't want crinkled mesh. I don't know.
Mine doesn't crinkle that bad. There's a single line. You can deal with a single line.
Yeah.
You deal with it all the time with your Jordan 1s. Stop playing.
Can you honestly just iron
Jordan
it
1s don't
out
crinkle
if you
like
wanted
that.
to?
That's what's great about Jordan
What's that?
1s.
Could you honestly iron it or steam it out if you wanted to?
I don't know. I think the franchise would rather take a steamer
Iron
on
it out. I'm definitely not putting an iron on my top of my shoe
I think
stringer.
I'm
franchise
just saying,
would rather.
man, if it bothers you that much, like, find a solution. I don't know.
Yeah, just iron it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the mall every day and have those fools on the kiosk just steam my shoe. Oh, you want to clean it? How about you steam it?
Oh my goodness.
I think franchise just wants to take a steamer on the wrinkled shoe. That's all.
I'll see, like I said, I'm on the fence. So I'm going to find a colorway I like.
What if you get a black?
I do
you won't
like
even
the
see
Chinese.
the crinkle.
I do like the Chinese New Year, but I don't want another triple black shoe.
Yeah, fair enough.
Same reason.
What about triple gray? You don't have triple gray. I almost said you don't have triple gray.
Dow?
Triple gray.
Dude, come on.
Sorry. God, I'm only human.
I don't know if we'll see. I'm not paying retail, that's for sure.
Gotcha.
Not paying retail. You?
For any of these 4? Yeah, I'm trying to get all 3.
Retail? I don't pay retail?
Oh, hell yeah.
Jeez.
I'd love the triple black, the triple gray. Those are the 2 must-haves, and the cream would be my 3rd. And you've seen them all, right? I just want to kind of show you, take a look. I don't need the triple white. I got so many triple white shoes. I am so over triple white and screwing those up and having to worry. Triple grays are my triple grays are my favorite out of that pack. But I'd love to have that triple black. I just bought the undefeated. I got so many triple blacks now too. But you can't mess those up, especially when you got black boost. I love it. Now I got gray boost. I can't jack that up. I'm in all day. I might buy 4.
So, is this still an Ultra Boost?
No,
it's a they call it a solar glide. Solar glide is the actual model.
Solar glide, yeah.
Solar glide. So they've got different torsion marks, different support. Boost doesn't go all the way from
the clown ones you got.
That's the same model.
Yeah, same model. Sure. The clowns.
Yeah. Welcome back to the cast.
I didn't know if there was a difference or not. Okay, my bad.
Stupid Dallas. And the claps.
But that's all I've got, really. I think we can kind of go into YouTube comments if you're ready.
We'll go into the YouTube comments brought to you by Pure Spectrum CBD. And before we jump into that, man, we got a couple new products Pure Spectrum CBD offers. Tell me about this, Dal. This is called EndoPet.
Yes.
Yeah, and you can show the camera.
I don't have any pets. You have pets. What is this? Obviously, your pet takes this. When would your pet take something like this?
Ah, got you. So there's a lot of people who take their pets on trips,
Okay.
whether they be driving, whether they be flying. I can't imagine, right? Because I have big dogs. So those are, you just can't take big dogs. I mean, you could, but then you have to pay for them. They have to be stowed away. They can't be taken with your seat, right?
Yeah.
That being said, what this really does is, I'll kind of just read a description for you here. So if your pet is ever bothered by like loud noises, say 4th of July comes and they're just super triggered by fireworks, which a lot of animals are, cats and dogs, has travel or separation anxiety, or just cowers and hides in moments of high stress. Endopet's enriched hemp tincture ingredients may help bring out a more balanced, a more calm behavior. And the cool thing is there's no sedation, there's no personality-altering effects, holistic, plant-based, natural rebalancing materials in this. Okay. So again, really just to calm the anxiety, calm the stress levels. You know what we use a lot of it for is my dog. So our dog, not my dog, our dog is very big, right?
Yeah.
So it's going to have joint issues. It's going to have hip issues just because there's so much stress on that stature of a dog, right? So when we take him on big hikes with us, when we take him on long runs, whatever the case may be, CBD really helps the healing process, kind of, and helps rebuild those torn muscles, those torn, ligaments, the torn whatever it is that may have been altered during high stress runs, high stress hikes. So we just put a couple of drops into our pup's food, and that allows him, because the taste is great, they don't mind it at all. Very easy to digest, but this just really kind of helps rebalance and bring the system back to what was lost during whatever, high stress activity or thing that they were a part of. So very, very good.
You and I were talking about Ted's dog. Not too long ago, and all the tremors and stuff that he was having. People were saying initially they thought it was seizures and stuff, and I guess it wasn't. It was just tremors, I guess is what it's called.
Yeah, it's bulldogs are an odd breed. They're the greatest, but they have a lot of unfortunate things that
come up.
Health issues.
Just health issues. Yeah,
you bet. Breathing, anything.
Bulldogs, pugs, they're health. Frenchies, they're just health issues.
Yeah, for sure. So his pup Omar was starting to have some seizures and whatnot, and how Ted described it is if you keep the dog busy, it allows them to focus on something, so the tremors will kind of subside a little quicker by keeping them busy. Well, people keep hitting him up in the comments and saying, hey, man, or sending him DMs just saying, hey, man, maybe give him some CBD, maybe get him something, whatever, blah, blah. And, he took it under consideration and started it within 2 days of those tremors. Omar hasn't had a tremor since.
Oh, crazy.
So it's amazing what this type of product can do, will do. It's not a fix-all, end-all, be-all, but it allows us to not have prescription-grade pharmaceuticals in our bodies, this poison that sometimes can really hurt our bodies. They say antibiotics, when your body needs them, they're great. But if doctors are prescribing antibiotics when your body doesn't technically need them, it does the opposite. It actually hurts you more than helps you.
Kills your stomach lining.
Absolutely. And that being said, these are all natural products, and your body naturally makes this CBD and this cannabinoids in your system and how it all works. Like, I'm not an expert on this, but just do some research. It's great stuff. It's a natural way. It's a holistic way, more than just getting these pharmaceuticals, but there's a lot of things that these can help. But it basically, I take it a lot before flights. It kind of cools my anxiety, cools my worries and concern, just helps me kind of relax a little bit. There's topical creams like this salve. So I've got feet issues. So like I have bad arches in my feet, and after a game of flag football, turkey bowl, whatever it is, man, my feet will just be burning, and to be able to rub this in
Turkey bowl.
Is great. So there's a lot of great healing properties that come from CBD. Again, no THC, no weed in there, so you don't have to worry about having a huge, heavy, trip, that kind of stuff. Just very, very good. So do your research. If you decide to take advantage of this, PureSpectrumCBD.com. Enter MUP for 10% off your entire order. Local company here, very transparent. You can always walk in, call ahead, and say, hey, man, I just want to tour the facility. Open arms. They're very nerdy. They have sponsorships with UFC now. They have sponsorships with a lot of the CrossFit individuals, men and women affiliated with that.
Brendan Schaub's on there, yeah.
Brendan Schaub, huge advocate. Doing a lot of great things. Brendan Schaub's actually, his son has, I think, seizures.
Oh,
and
really?
this has cut seizures in half.
Incredible.
Is it from fighting?
No, his son. No,
His son
he's
is
just
like
got a young son.
like
So
like 5.
Oh, I
yeah.
thought you were talking about
Yeah.
him. Okay.
No,
No, yeah.
Brandon definitely takes it as well, but Brendan hit for his kid that actually
okay,
has
for sure.
seizures, so it's just kind of a disability that his kid has. This really helps fight that and has cut him in half. So great stuff, man.
Awesome, man. Pure Spectrum CBD, again, the YouTube comments brought to them, purespectrumcbd.com. Check out the website, MUP, for 10% off. All right, let's jump into the YouTube comments here. Dude, I got to start with this one because it's really funny. And it's totally my bad, so I'm going to give myself a shot here for that. Wow, it's a little loud. And let me just play this. Let me cue up this music real quick. Because here's what happened, man. Let me run this down for my guy, Mark. Mark Ramirez. Let's start the comments off with him. He says in quotes, Mark Ramirez up next. Actually, let's skip Mark's. And then with the crying emoji. Because that's what I said. Because I never got back to his comment on the last cast. And I felt so bad, dude. I'm so sorry. So obviously this is the boys are back in town.
Nice.
And that's the reason I wanted to skip his comment. Because I wanted to pull up this song while you were talking or whatever. But I think you never talked or like long enough, or you never really reacted. And I forgot I couldn't get to it. Whatever the case may be. Yeah. I didn't pull up the song. I forgot to go back to the comment, so I felt bad. So now I got to start the comment section off with this song. And you know who sings this, by the way, Dal?
Yeah, boys are back in town. Let's see. Give me a hint.
I don't even know.
You don't even know.
No. I know who sings it. I don't even know how I would say it, because if you asked me, I wouldn't be able to tell you who sung it.
Yeah, I can't even think. I think
Thin Lizzy.
Thin Lizzy. Yeah,
That's
there
who
you
it
go.
is.
Yep.
All right. Mark Ramirez up first. The boys are back in town with the music notes. What is going down, y'all? Glad to have you fools back. Great cast as always. So I'm stuck right now and need some other opinions. I was going to cop the undefeated Ultra Boost, but I hesitated and they sold out before I pulled the trigger. Okay. Even after they sat on the site for hours. I'm torn because I'm not sure if I want to keep the black static 350s, sell them, or cop the Ultra Boost with some of the extra money left over. Both shoes are sick, but I don't need both.
Damn.
So I need some help. Static black 350s or undefeated Ultra Boost.
For me, I have both. I'm lucky enough to have both because I do need them both. I think they're both different. I think they're both worth the money to have both if you can. That being said, if I had to choose between one or the other, for me, that 3M on that Ultra Boost is pretty sick, and the pull tab. So it's a different 1.0. So if you're wanting a different 1.0 than what you'll ever have in your collection, possibly, you might go with that. But I think the Yeezy 350 Black Static is, in my opinion, the second coolest Yeezy that is out there. So I love that Yeezy. So I'm going with the Yeezy, but if you want a total different 1.0 with 3M, you know, without the special box, which I'm pissed about, but I think the Yeezy is probably a cooler, better one and a more wearable one in my collection. That's the one that I have to have because other than the Beluga 1.0, those are my two favorite Yeezys to come out.
I would say the Yeezy as well, just because I think, you know, the triple black is always great. I mean, you can get the Breads, but the Breads are so expensive. This is the only other way you're going to be able to get an all black Yeezy, something that you can just wear all the time. Yep. You can get tons of other all black Ultra Boosts. You really can't get another all black Yeezy. So for that reason, that's why I'd say that. Even though that's a pair that I'm going to sell. They're sitting. I'm at the crib. I'm going to sell them. I'm probably not going to keep them. I just think the value, the worth, they're worth more than I can afford to keep them.
Yeah. Plus, you already have a V1. So.
Exactly. I already have the bread
bad.
V2. Yeah. So,
for sure.
Bad.
So it's, you know, it's kind of is what it is.
Not me. I'm buying the reflective version of those as well.
Wow.
Really?
Just you wait.
That was back in town.
The Rio had a pair.
Did they?
Yeah.
Ooh.
What size?
I think at 13 or something like
Not
that.
going to work for me.
Yeah, I know.
All right, let's move on. I hope that helps you out, Mark. Sorry we didn't get to your comment last show, but we led this comment section with it. Thanks for keeping me on point with the crying face, too, making me feel like a real piece of crap.
I bet.
Landon up next. Great cast. Subscribe to the Patreon like 30 minutes after it went live when I saw the first post on IG, LOL. Can't wait for the merch and to see what else is to come in the future. Appreciate you, dog. Thank you, man. Big shout out to everyone that subscribed to the Patreon. My man Landon there first. Actually, Con Lee was first.
Con Lee was first.
Yeah.
Con Lee was the very first. You definitely let us know as well. Yes. Conley was up on it. All right, my man Dirty DJ up next. Firecast fellas with 3 fire emojis. Man, I didn't know the Off-White had React. You guys definitely got my interest now, especially with the price being down. Look forward to the video you guys are going to do. Think I have to pull the trigger on them. TTF, the quality was good on those 5s. I wanted them due to the colorway and was a big fan of the Tokyo 5s too, but the prices were way too steep. We need some merch ASAP. Gonna check out the Patreon. Shout out to Dirty DJ, man. Like I said, the merch is coming, and it'll be podcast merch, but we still want it to be good quality stuff. And then later on, we're gonna expand from podcast merch into an actual brand. But right now, we're doing podcast merch. It's the stuff that's gonna be coming, and it's gonna be really good quality stuff. Dal's got some connections in that industry from having his clothing brand and stuff before, so it's gonna be a lot of fun, man. I know you guys are really looking forward to the merch, and the fact that you guys are looking forward to it makes me more excited about it.
Yeah.
And getting it out, man. I'm pumped. I'm pumped on the logos and stuff we're working on. Let's see. Dan up next. Let me open this up. Yo, TTF, you were right. This cast does add value to my daily life, and I would feel like I was robbing you fools if I didn't contribute to the Patreon. Does Same Day Audio Memo will get the cast on Mondays and Thursdays? Yes.
Yes.
You'll get the cast probably within an hour or so after we finish recording.
So it's like 1:30 now. You'll probably get it by 2:30.
Yeah, that's Mountain Time. So
Yeah.
you should have it by like 2:30 on Mondays and Thursdays, pretty much every week.
Yeah.
2:30 Mountain.
Yeah.
So that's 4:30 East or 1:30 Pacific there.
Hey, fools, don't stress me out. I still have to upload it. Damn, these guys.
He continues, growing up, I was in a lot of fights that I didn't necessarily want to be in. I feel like that's how boys prove where they rank. Bully or being bullied is a timeless tale that may never end. Mm-hmm. I remember when AOL first started with the chat rooms, it was fun to try and create an argument. The beginning of the anonymous online trolling. I worry about my kids growing up with social media and not being able to get away from online harassment. Mm-hmm. Seeing how fast it can spin out of control. You guys are killing it. JJ, I need that audio feed like a direct IV in my arm. Bang, look at that shit. There we go.
Get it to you, man.
There we go. Dan coming through as always, man, holding it down for the show. Appreciate you, dog. I totally agree. It's kind of crazy. Like, I wonder a lot of things about having kids. That's why I don't have kids. Because you have to plan. You don't have to, but you plan
There's
to.
a lot
if
of
you plan
shit
to have
going
kids,
wrong
you're
in this world.
probably never gonna have kids. Yeah, exactly. And that's all the stuff. It just freaks me out a little bit. The homie Ro up next. Another great show, fam. 2 fist bumps as always. SWC53 holding us down. CJ, as always, guys, amazing cast. Being from Toronto, the OVO fest was pretty disappointing. Considering the year this city had. Wait up. I'm playing. Am I playing? Oh, this is Tiny Dancer. I was like, damn, I'm playing Rocket Man twice in one show. But I was like, what's the shuffle doing on my iTunes over here? But all right, it's fine. Went to Tiny Dancer. Let me finish this. Being from Toronto, OVO Fest was pretty disappointing. Considering the year this city has had, as well as Drake's presence for the championship, I was definitely not expecting $800 tickets, especially that it's in his hometown. Pretty bummed out. Also, most of the OVO Fest, only about a fourth of the guests are announced. All the others are surprises, just like the year Jay-Z and Kanye showed up.
Right.
So, we still may get a little bit more, but go ahead.
Yeah, that's kind of what we said on that Sunday. It just has Drake on there. And that's not going to be what it is. But, disappointing what they've announced. That's what we meant.
Yep, tickets too. Ticket prices, I didn't even know they were trying to charge
Off the
much.
charts.
Dang. Shout out to CJ. Thanks for coming through. All right, AN up next. Dow, how did you like the Mirage? I've been going there for 3 years and never had a problem. Also, you guys should do some Q&As one of these days. Also, shout out to the GOAT. Bang. Look at that. Stringer.
The GOAT.
Hit it.
The Mirage is great. The Mirage has probably It's one of the better locations, right? You know, when we talk about old and new strip, it's a great area to be in. I love TI. I love going, you know, next door to, you know, across the street to Harrah's, you know, to have some low key shit. You're close to the link, so you know you're going to get your job burrito. You know you're going to get your In-N-Out, and you're going to be good to go. And then White Castle, I believe, is in Harrah's. So you got all the junk right there. It's great. So it's a great location. That being said, I think the next place we're going to go is Park MGM, which is now the old Monte Carlo.
Yes.
If you want to talk about in the center of the whole entire strip, location-wise, I'd have to argue that's one of the best. And we walked through it this last time we were there. It's beautiful.
You don't think it's a little far down being across the street from Excalibur there in MGM?
It's a little far down from In-N-Out and Job Burrito.
I feel like Caesars is the prime.
Caesars is great.
That is like the prime strip location to stay. If
Yeah.
you want to stay in the middle of everything, Caesars Palace.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think you're probably right.
Because of that strip.
Yeah.
If they never made that,
Yeah.
I would say maybe you could argue it a little bit more because of that strip there. You literally walk across the street and it's like a whole new strip.
Yeah.
It's like a whole second strip going down that alley with all those restaurants and all that shopping and the Ferris wheel and all that.
You're probably right. I'll take the L on the way out.
I wouldn't even make you do
L
that,
on the way
Dal.
out.
I wouldn't even make you do that, but I'm still going to hit the sound.
Cool.
Good shots for AN.
Way to add value to the cast.
T-Mobile up next. I saw both worlds of popularity when I was growing up. I wasn't too successful with the ladies, mostly because I was missing front teeth from the ages of 12 to 20. I'm sorry, I don't know why that's funny.
Hockey player.
It was really difficult, but actually drove me to want to be the best at everything I did. I got made fun of a good amount of time until around 15 when I got really good at soccer and basketball, which really increased my popularity and self-esteem. The homie Dan and I grew up in a town where we were like Dal. We could get away with a lot because we were good at soccer and also usually throwing the best parties. Since then, I've always tried to be kind to everyone because you never know the difficulties they've had to face. Man.
I'm with you. I couldn't have said it any better. And plus for networking, as we get a little older, God, it doesn't hurt to know more people and call this person like we just did this morning. We called Kirby, for God's sakes.
Yeah,
I've never
Jeff
talked
Kirby.
to that guy ever. But
Yep.
having that network, having that person on our side, never know. I mean, just treat people well, man. You never know when you'll run into them or need them or could use a helping hand. But I think you're totally right. As I evolved in sports as well, that's kind of what I was saying. That's when all of a sudden, oh man, who's this guy? This guy's great at this. I'm with you. I'm glad people could relate.
No doubt. I like that comment a lot. T-Mobile always coming through, man, adding some shit to the cast.
New
Appreciate
to it from his friend that was with, I think,
Dan.
Dan and
His
T-Mobile.
homie Dan.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yep. My man, Dan Belton.
Appreciate you guys.
All right, Carlos up next. Need a full review of the Hootie concert. I'm tempted to snag tickets at the Charlotte show, but it's hours from me, so I need to be sold on it. Carlos.
We've got some things to talk to you about.
Dude.
Go
That
ahead.
doesn't sound good.
Here's what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
I am so happy I went to this show.
Yeah.
There was a brief, I was contemplating whether or not I could make it. I really wanted to get some YouTube content up, which I didn't end up getting up because I went to the show. But I'm really glad I went to the show because being the 25th anniversary, they just knocked it out of the park.
Yeah.
Hootie and the Blowfish just killed it. Not only did they kill their own set, they sounded amazing. Darius sounded amazing. They brought Bare Naked Ladies back out during their set to do some cover songs. They did some Earth, Wind, and Fire. They did a bunch of different soul covers. They did Public Enemy, Fight the Power up in that bitch.
Who would have ever thought?
Who would have ever thought? Then they did REM.
Yeah.
Guy.
That's me in the corner.
They did REM. What am I doing? We gotta pull that up, guy. Darius Rucker pulled off REM. I couldn't believe it. Probably one of the best renditions I've seen. You know why? Because the guy that played the OG guitar part on the song was there.
Yeah.
He brought him out for some reason.
Yeah.
He was like on tour with him. They were like good friends.
Yeah.
And he's like, he brought him
the fiddle?
out.
Is the mandolin maybe?
Whatever. I don't know what it is. It's not guitar. Yeah. I'm
Maybe
sorry.
mandolin.
Mandolin.
I'm
Whatever
gonna
that.
say mandolin.
Whatever that.
Banjo?
Kind of like a banjo, but I think it's a mandolin.
That was just a dream. Dude, everyone in the crowd yelling that,
Yeah.
chanting it was so sick, dude.
And did you hear why Darius said they played REM?
I forgot.
That was one of Darius Rucker. That was one of his favorite bands that he was listening
right.
to when
That's
they
right.
started going on tour.
That's
like
right.
This was the band that Darius always was listening to. It's one of his favorites. So he loves Michael
So
Stipe. He even changed one of the song lyrics to Michael Stipe.
I know.
Did you hear that? You got that? Yeah, good
super,
man.
super dope, man.
So.
So I loved all that. I thought Hootie knocked it out of the park.
Fantastic.
Everything.
And backdrops. They had
Yep.
the backdrops
Oh,
behind.
dude.
Oh, so
Waffle
good.
House, the big old Waffle House backdrop. Like
The raining,
their
going through
setup-
Charlotte.
Yep.
Yes.
Their setup was super sick. So that's what I'll say as far as Hootie and the Blowfish and the 25th anniversary show. Not to mention they played for probably 2+ hours.
Yeah.
They played. There was only 2 acts. Bare Naked Ladies started right at 7,
Yep.
and Hootie went on right after them. That was it. So they played a long time, and I didn't know it was the 25th anniversary of Cracked Rear View, their first album in '94. So they played a long set, and they went through a bunch of different songs, but they kept going back to the OG album, to that Cracked Rear View album, and just kept playing songs off that album. They must have played 8 to 10 songs off that album, and I think there's only 11 or 13.
They played almost the whole album.
Dude, we both pushed on the bet
Yeah.
because they did open with Hannah Jane.
Totally.
So we missed that. But overall, I would say if you're looking to go for Hootie, awesome.
Yeah.
Bare Naked Ladies, another story.
Yeah.
Not as awesome. Yeah. What would you say, Dal? Sound issues, voice issues, just getting old, a little Adam Duritz, can't hit the lyrics yet? Or
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. It felt weird because they would sing certain songs that weren't theirs and they would sound great.
Yeah.
And then they would sing their own songs and it sound terrible.
They did a slew of covers.
The Led Zeppelin shit was fire.
Was way fire.
Fire.
I couldn't believe it. You know, and then they did, what was it?
Hey, mama said the way you move, gonna make you sweat, gonna
And
make you groove.
That was the drummer who came out and did that.
Yeah, dude. Oh, yeah, exactly.
Whereas the lead singer went and played the
Right,
drums. They did a little
right.
switch up.
A little
Seriously?
switcheroo. Yeah,
They
dude. And he
killed
came
it.
out and
Hell.
he hit that just like the dude. He hit
Yeah,
it
he did.
fire. It was
Way
Damn.
good. So yeah, I would say Bare Naked Ladies, they have a lot of hits. They have a lot of great songs. They didn't sound great live. I was a little disappointed. Robin, because she just loves them, still was like, oh, they weren't that bad. But when somebody has to say, how was the
They weren't
concert?
that
And
bad,
you have
yeah.
to say, it wasn't that bad. That was not a good concert.
they didn't have this guy.
So they need to rewrite some
On their
songs.
set.
It sounds like.
No, they need to be a cover band.
Oh. Okay. My bad.
If you want to see Bare Naked Ladies and you're going to hear a couple of their hits and them do it okay, you're probably going to love it. But if you're there for the cover hits that Bare Naked Ladies are going to break out, you're going to have a great time.
Yeah, you're gonna be. That's where everyone stood up.
I needed more covers.
Dude, everyone was sitting down during their song. Like it was that. It wasn't.
Yeah.
That's
I don't know,
so
guy.
much.
They were having some serious vocal or sound.
Yeah.
Some difficulties.
Maybe everybody was sitting down because their highs were wearing off still in Colorado, amping up for Hootie. I don't know what was going on, but there was no energy. It was kind of lifeless
Yeah.
during Bare Naked Ladies,
Yeah,
I
during
would say.
BNL for sure.
BNL.
I'd rather, but Hootie was sick.
I was trying to
I hope
drink
that
some
answers your
BLs.
question, Carlos. I hope that if you want to go for Hootie, definitely worth it.
Yeah.
Not only did they play a ton of cover songs that are super dope, they got the REM joint. They got, Darius walks out with the acoustic guitar after taking a little break. And he says, now I told myself and I told the band I wasn't going to play this song on tour.
he was with his friend. They were golfing.
Oh, that's right.
He gave the friend golf story.
Yeah.
His
Well, no,
friend-
he told the band he wasn't going to play it on tour first.
Right,
He
right.
told them, guys, we're not playing this song. We're
Yeah.
not going to play it on tour. Then he went with the friend golfing, and the friend was like, dude, if you don't play that song, you're going to feel what it feels like to get punched in the face. Remember that?
Yeah.
And he was like, so I guess I decided to play the song.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, what do you hear, Dal?
Wagon wheel.
Wagon wheel.
I didn't think they'd
rolls
play
in.
it.
I didn't think so either. I would have lost a bet. If
Yeah.
we would have brought that up on the show, I would have lost a bet.
I was pumped they played it.
Because, wow, I brought this sound back up, and all of a sudden we got Goo Goo Dolls.
Not Wagon Wheel.
No, not Wagon Wheel. Carlos,
I
thank
actually
you, bro.
know that song.
Wagon
Crazy
Wheel?
enough, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you know
Good
this
jam.
song, though? No?
You didn't make out with any chicks during this?
No.
This song doesn't remind you of slow dancing at the freshman prom when you were 14 when you got asked by a junior to go with you?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay. Cool. All right. No. All right. Anyways, moving on. J City, the Mad City Madman. A couple of things. Kylie Jenner is legit. That makeup line is probably the most sought after ever.
That's what I thought.
Any woman under 50 would probably kill to have it. The Rock is a known workaholic and gets $15 million a year from Ford alone. I should get that from Volkswagen. Bullshit. Anyway, my ADD just kicked in and I forgot the rest of my points. I couldn't tell you what I was about to say even if Ford did give me the $15 million right now. Whatever. I can assure you it was important, as are all things I say. LOL. Oh well. Guess I'm heading over to Patreon and hitting up my friends and family. You know what I'm talking about. I do wonder if I could use the off-white shoe for golf though. LOL. Just proofread my comment. ADD is a biatch. Jay Nasty.
I think the comment was perfect.
That is classic, guy.
Just ran us through our whole
If
conversation.
that doesn't represent this damn podcast as far as just the authenticity, like as far as just the, well, whatever, this is how it goes, this is what happens, that is dope. Because, dude, as a guy that struggles with ADD, and I don't know if you guys pick up with that on the show, but from a young age, I was always, they were trying to put me on medicines. They were trying to put me on things. They were trying to put me in special classes. They're trying to do all kinds of stuff to control my ADD and settle down ADD. And, yeah, so I'm with you, dude. I feel you. I know how that goes, man. Squirrel all the time for me.
Yeah.
All the time. Dal knows that.
Yeah.
We'll be talking about something like, I'll just get this idea, and all of a sudden I'll just be,
You'll zone out.
yeah, I'm like, oh, what was I talking about? Where are we going with this? What are we doing? Da, 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 da. But anyway, moving on. Jay Nasty, great comment. Mike the Man, dope cast, boys. Going to get my Patreon contribution done ASAP. Appreciate you, Mike the Man. Always coming through in here every week. BK up next. Hootie normally opens with Hannah Jane. Not sure why, but they did that the past few times I've seen them. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Much love from South Carolina. Look at that. He's got the roots.
Yeah.
Look at BK. We should be paying you the $5, bro.
Yeah, no doubt.
You got it.
Where were you when we needed you?
Not right. That sounds like a song. Isn't that a song?
Where were you when we needed you? Probably.
Where were you? Is that a...
Don't ask
Fray.
JJ.
Maybe the Fray. Where were you when everything was fine? But
I
it's not
wouldn't
where
be
we...
surprised, but
Anyway.
I don't know who would be.
Yeah, don't even more time. Saint Skinner up next. Another fire cast, fellas. Love the anti-bullying segment. Shout out to Dal for making himself vulnerable in almost every cast and for putting every aspect of his life out there. As you guys know, I work in retail also. I'm 6'7", and almost every other day I get asked the question of how tall are you? Usually followed up by, do you play basketball? Which I don't mind the comment, and the comment I hear back a lot is, if I was your height, not height,
Right.
I would be playing in the NBA.
Nice.
I've never let it affect my day or mood, but I've always wondered, what's the point of asking the question? I think TTF and Dal need to make JJ a 90s Kids starter playlist. Keep the casts coming. Boom, there you go. Yeah, we do. We do need to make you a 90s Kids start. Where would we start? I don't even know where that playlist would start.
Yeah.
And where would it end? I mean, it would be songs.
Probably with the Cardigans.
Jeez.
Love me, love me.
I love that you had an answer right off the top.
Yeah.
Dal. I got to give you some credit for that.
Maybe the Cardigans. I don't know.
I think the fact that you had an answer.
Give them some credit. I mean, for real.
Got to do
real.
it. Got from real. I think the for real is the most overlooked part of that soundbite.
Give them some credit. I mean, for real.
For real. For real. Like, just sounds like it's Phil Jackson. Sounds like a 14-year-old girl. For real. Oh, dude. Jay Nasty, the Mad City Madman's back.
He's back. We are back.
He's back, yeah.
We are back.
Absolutely, hearing Dal talk is awesome. Personally, we know it would have saved my dumb ass, but I also think it's good for Dal to say these things out loud. I guess we'd have to ask him, but in my sessions, we were told that talking through some of the issues with people that actually listen is really helpful. The real question is Dal still pimping the undefeated? Is that true, Dal?
Absolutely. Still undefeated and still
in-
got the undefeated license plate holder from your boy Jay Nasty.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I still rock the hell out of that thing.
That's right.
Looks so good on the Forerunner, dog. Appreciate you.
That is funny.
Yes,
so
I'm
if you missed
undefeated.
those episodes, Dallas says he's undefeated in his counseling with his girlfriend.
We're getting ready to start back up again here soon. So
I can't wait.
So
See
here
if
we
the
go.
streak continues.
Oh, jeez.
No worries, Dal. I'm not asking, or he said, no worries, Dal. I'm not asking for it back. I'm still taking beatings weekly. I'm a fucking idiot though. Lucky idiot because my girl is smoking, and we have beautiful children. Not trying to write a biography, but just some feedback on Dal walking through life, sharing those experiences that most dudes try to hide for a variety of reasons. Mostly not wanting to show weakness. Weakness shows humility, and humility builds character. Jay Nasty. Very
Appreciate you,
insightful.
man.
Bounced back from the ADD. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
There we go. Next up, Adam. My initial thoughts when you slapped the OVO Fest flyer up on the screen was, Drake basically just hired the whole Millennium Tour from earlier this year to come perform. Now, after looking online, I see he's getting ripped for doing just that with the laughing emojis. Lazy.
Yeah.
Bobby V deserves his own date. Those other fools aren't even worthy. Bang. That's funny. The Millennium Tour from earlier this year. I probably know like 10 people that went to that thing too.
Yeah, maybe.
All right. Let's finish up here. My man Chase. Hands off the mics, fellas.
Oh, yeah.
What we moved the mics
I was getting a little, the last cast, I don't know, I had some ADD going on or something. I kept fidgeting with it. You're always handsy.
Yeah,
Me,
I'm always.
It was double handsy for the both of us, not good.
Gotcha.
So I really stopped and watched. Thanks, Chase.
Thanks, Choner Man.
Chonerman.
So that's it, man. That wraps up the YouTube comments. Again, brought to you by Pure Spectrum CBD. Check them out, purespectrumcbd.com, or check out the storefront up in Evergreen, Colorado. Very nice drive up there. Mm-hmm. I was just up in the hills this weekend, like I said. Got a flat tire. Dope.
Not good.
Well, flat tire on the way back, I guess. Not really up there, but
not
cool,
good, but
guys.
that's better.
We hit like almost perfectly on time. Anything more you guys
Nope.
got to say to wrap this up, finish it up here?
We're good.
Looks like Ben Simmons just signed a 5-year deal, $170 million.
Damn it. We forgot to get into I just realized we totally didn't talk about the Westbrook trade.
It's kind of over. We'll talk about it here soon.
How did we miss that guy?
I don't know.
I don't even know why I just hit that. I meant to hit a different something else. You know,
since he just signed that contract, will his jump shot be better next year? Yes or no? Actually, will he have a jump shot?
Will
yes or no?
Will the coach play them separate quarters? Westbrook,
That's a
you're playing
better
the first and the
question.
third. Harden, you're playing the second and the fourth. That's what I would
doubt.
do if I was the coach. That's exactly what I would do.
No doubt.
I'd have these guys, 2 different floor generals, almost 2 different teams playing separately. Maybe you change in you use the regular season to kind of see who fits best where, and then I think it could work.
Come playoffs.
Dude, who's ever done anything like that? Who's ever tried anything like that to play your stars separately?
Yeah.
And to just have 2 kind of really solid. Because,
Halves.
dude, those guys don't enhance each other at all. In the last 4 minutes of a game, you want the ball in James Harden's hand, and you want Russell Westbrook staying way the hell over there.
Yeah.
That's what I want in the last few minutes of a game.
That's what I'd want.
So then now all of a sudden that defender knows Westbrook ain't shooting.
Right.
He's not getting the ball. So now he can help. And now he becomes a liability almost over there.
Yeah.
It's like you're taking a guy off the floor. I don't understand the move.
This isn't summer
I
league.
didn't give enough time for this.
Those 2 individuals aren't 20 anymore. This is not summer league ball where they actually excelled.
Right.
They're egotistical, wanting to get their stats. Let's go.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it might work. We'll see. But Chris Paul, how many years left in the league? He's getting shit on.
I think he's in the league still for a few
3
years.
3?
Yeah. Yeah.
3
at
max.
least. Nah, 3 to 5.
2. He's mellowed. After
What?
2. Yeah. 2.
What? Okay. Do you think he's going to play in OKC?
No.
I don't think so either.
Nope.
I think he gets traded out.
Trade
That's a
bait for
hard
sure.
no.
He's got to be out.
Trade bait.
I think that also, if he stays in OKC, I'm with you. He's out the league in 2 years.
Yeah.
If he doesn't, if he goes to a team where he can just be where he can be an asset to what they already have.
Don't think he can.
Come on,
He's
that guy plays harder. He plays so hard.
He's
What do you mean?
mellow.
He's
He's
Pat
mellow.
Bev. No, when did Melo play hard? When did Melo play anywhere close to as hard as Chris Paul? You're kidding me right now.
CP wants his stats. I don't know.
Stop it.
I don't know. So he doesn't want stats like Russell Westbrook.
We might have to extend the show.
Okay.
This is insane right now. Are you kidding me? You're calling Chris Paul Carmelo? Chris Mello? Are you kidding me right now? I'm getting worked up.
He's not completely
Oh my
mellow,
gosh.
but he's
nuts.
egotistical. He has to be a large part. I don't think he can take a step back and be what he needs to be to make a team successful. And that was the problem with Melo. That's all
You don't
I'll
think
say.
he could be a
That's
nice
the
role player and
comparison.
fit in with some guys,
Absolutely
kind of like he
not.
was doing
No.
in Houston?
No.
Why?
Absolutely not.
Why?
Too egotistical.
Melo is too crappy. Chris Paul's not crappy.
I didn't say Melo.
He's,
Or I didn't
he's just
say
getting older.
but
Chris Paul's scrappy, not crappy.
He can't do it in his head. There's no way he can take a step back.
You think he's too egotistical because he got the State Farm commercials?
Absolutely. He's gonna have to start a golf career.
All right, we're gonna have to pick this one up on the next.
Just saying,
I'll,
you
uh,
have work
Take
dogs.
that L.
Since I'm normally navigating us through the show with the notes and the rundown, I'll take the L for not bringing this up earlier in the show. I totally skipped over it, and we got into the Kirby.
I'm prepared to talk about it next cast.
All right, man. We'll see what happens, and hopefully you guys will be right back there to join us on the Most Underrated Podcast, and we will see you fools Friday, Thursday if you got the Patreon.
Yep.